Nothing comes between a man and his foot fetish.
Alright. Y'all are gonna have to bear with me here. I haven't played a fighting game in like 8 months. No, Savvy, you already had your treat. No. It's gonna be rough. I haven't touched any. I guess I played 2x briefly. That counts. Hello, Tony. Hi, Dynamite. Hi, Plum. Savvy. No barking. Go over here. Go over here. Sit. Wait. Ugh. Okay, 1 second. And then we begin pressing buttons. Horribly. What's up, Savvy? What's up? Yeesh, I'm sleepy. Alright, I bought Bipson, so I'm gonna try Bipson. I swear when I bought the skin, it said that I was, or bought the character, it said it was giving me costume 1 and 2. But it only gave me 1 and 2 colors. Like, I don't know what I did wrong, but that's okay. Alright, we're starting from the fucking bottom, dude. I have literally no idea how to do any of this shit. What's up, Frito? Oh god, I gotta remember the buttons. Ooh, actually. Wait, why is this not? These buttons aren't working. Do I have things set differently? It seems laggy. 1 second. I wonder if it forgot my layout or... No, that's right. Special move was that. I guess I want drive impact that, parry that. Oh, I can't remember what I used for what. Oh, I'm really tired. Was that special move? I can't remember what I used. Oh, fuck. Oh, it's been so long. Hi, potato. I guess that was auto, probably. Oh, that's gonna be rough. My question is, though, why aren't my upper buttons working? Like, my button to... What the fuck? Buttons on my stick aren't working. And it also feels kind of laggy. This button should work. What happened? Oh. That's weird. And I feel like it shouldn't be laggy. Okay, let's not have it on ultra high. Things down a tiddly bit. You broke your stick? Yeah, like half the buttons aren't, the upper buttons aren't working. I don't know why. They did the last time I played a fighting game. I don't know what the fuck I did. That's really weird. No, I'm only doing this on weekends, books. Otherwise, my schedule is nighttime. Well, Mondays is from 5 p.m. until 1 a.m. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and then the rest of the week is nighttime, and then weekends. Weekends are, if I want to stream, I'll stream, and if I don't want to stream, I won't stream. Like, I'm just taking that as, like, whenever I want. Is it not that? This is annoying. Why aren't my buttons working? What the fuck? I don't want to use the fucking keyboard every time. What the fuck? Hi, Aaron. Button test feature to see if they respond. Why? Yeah, like these aren't. I mean, it's the top buttons. It's not like the actual buttons. It's not like. It's not these. It's literally the top buttons, like what's supposed to hit menu and shit. Got any warranty for that stick? No, I bought it at Evo last year. What's up, Crony? Like, I don't know if this should show up here. I don't think it would. Again, like the regular buttons are working, like strong, heavy, whatever. But my... Maybe I'll try restarting the game really quickly. So I definitely want to be able to fucking just hit escape and shit on the stick. So if I'm trying to like look at something in the menu, I don't have to use the keyboard every time. That's really annoying.
Street Fighter 6.
Shush. It was just because I plugged the stick in after I booted up the game. Maybe? Ugh. There's always something, dude. Oh yeah, I forgot I wrote a bunch of shit on my stick when I was playing 2XKO. I have... wipe it away.
Street Fighter 6.
This is literally gonna take me a hot tick too, because like again, I haven't played this game in almost a year, so playing fighting games again is weird.
Get shit on! Get shit on! Get
It's
shit
literally not
on!
working.
Your ass! Your ass! Shut the fuck up!
Every time that girl laughs in that video, it sounds like me. God damn it. Currently, I'm just annoyed my stick isn't working properly. Like, the buttons aren't... Yeah, what the fuck? I wouldn't know how I remap this, because it's literally not a button that... OT shift, but I don't want to. Oof. Just call in for a mental health day. What the fuck? There's like... This isn't a button that's listed here, so there's no way to like... No. For the love of God. No. Did I break my stick or something when I played fucking 2XKO? Like... How does this not do something? How do none of these buttons work anymore? Maybe that. Oh good, that just completely makes the stick not fucking work. Jesus H. Christ. Let's try restarting the game again. What's up, Rin? What's up, Antonio? I'm just trying to make the fucking... My stick's not working properly. The movement buttons are working, but nothing else is working. Like, the menu buttons and stuff aren't working, and I don't want to have to keep using the keyboard every time I want to, like, look at a trial example or something like that, and it's currently making me do that, which is fucking annoying.
Street Fighter 6.
Maybe it's a sign like Vanguard for League? What do you mean? I mean, I did reinstall Vanguard, so... But maybe it is the universe just being like, you know what? You shouldn't play fighting games. Go play something else. These buttons are still not doing anything. Fuck. Why can't you just, like, work for once? Ever? This should definitely work before. I don't know what a Zinput is. I have no idea what that is. I saw some post online that said to like disable the Steam controller input, so I removed that, but that did literally nothing. Those buttons work at least. Did you hear about that game that did worse than Concord? Is that even possible? How much, Frosty? How are you doing? Dustborn. It thinks I'm using a gamepad. Is there no way to change that? Like, I'm not using a fucking... Why do sticks not exist to people? Templates. Keyboard and gamepad are the only, like, options in Steam. Are you serious? I can't even, like, press the buttons to select something else, because this doesn't exist. My menu buttons aren't working on my stick. I've never had this issue before, so I just don't really know why it's not working.
I shall crush your spirit.
Yeah, the menu buttons, like, are literally just not doing anything. They work with your keyboard? Yes, they do. Peak of 83 players on release. Did they also charge money for something that they shouldn't have charged money for? I'm gonna switch back to the automatic detection mode. Please hold down the option menu button and then plug USB cable to PC console.
Your nightmare will be
Option menu? I don't know what that means. Yeah, companies need to stop charging money for video games if people have so many free-to-play options. None of this fucking works. Yeah, I don't know what option menu means. I have no idea what that means. Make all the games free forever. You hear that, Nintendo? Nah, they're forever gonna charge 80 bucks for mediocrity. Unplug it, then press the start button, hold it down, and let it plug it in. Okay.
I shall crush your spirit.
Vesmo, I'm actually gonna ban you if you keep talking about Concord. It's a piece of shit. I'm not playing it. I'm kind of tired of hearing about it. Please stop. You're like advertising a mediocre game in my stream, and it's kind of annoying. The thing about Dustborn is that they didn't spend millions compared to Concord, so they didn't spend 8 years making the most disappointing game ever. Yeah, it's not working. Even plugging it in and out isn't doing anything. Maybe if I turn off this Steam thing again? There's not- what would I change in the in-game settings? It doesn't really have these buttons as, like, a thing. Releasing a Telltale style game like a decade after the height of their popularity was probably not a great choice. Yeah, like, I feel like I had some issues with Street Fighter 6 and my stick when it came out, but I hadn't had that issue since now, and now it's just being stupid. I look in Dustborn as like, if 80 boomers made a video game trying to make fun of the younger generation, what is their target audience then? What the hell? What's up, Ed? It's a video game that isn't letting my buttons work. Doki Doki Literature Club is fucking great, though. I really don't want to use my keyboard for, like, all of the fucking menu things. Why does this happen now? Seriously. Yeah, Doki Doki Literature Club, I remember streaming it and being, like, really unfathomably bored at the start. It just was probably the most cringy game I've ever played, and I just wanted to, like, punch my monitor. I didn't want to play anymore, and then it got good. One of the character's powers is getting triggered. Yikes. I don't know what any of this means. Like, I'm not looking for the button layouts. This is fine. Like, this is all working just fine. It's literally the... Like, I need a menu button and shit. But the menu button's not working, and that's not listed in here, so I can't even set it. And you just switch to Elden Ring or something? I'm gonna stick to Elden Ring for my long streams. Remember, Dustborn took some early flack online for being left-leaning. I have no idea what the game is about. You can't make it too, like, there shouldn't be, like, an obviousness. Like, it should just be normal, right? Like, these things shouldn't feel forced in any way when it comes to left-leaning or right-leaning. It should just be what's normal. Stop trying to, like, force things. Sure you can handle this game, it's for hardcore gamers only? Evidently not, since my controller won't work. There's no way to set this button. Like, I have no way to actually set the menu button. It's not available on the mapping literally anywhere. What the fuck? One of those tutorial loading tips. The other, when loading World Tour, and it said something about changing keyboard settings somewhere. Oh god. I'm doing alright, Tangent. I'm getting a little annoyed already, to be honest, but check Steam setting for controller. Yep. And it does nothing. It doesn't have an option to edit the layout in the way that I want it to. It's like I want the menu buttons to work, but the menu buttons aren't working. And it doesn't, like... I don't understand why there isn't an option to just press the button on my controller and make it this button. I don't understand. Like there's this, and there's these buttons, but like this isn't a fucking, and I try to press the button that I want it to be, but it doesn't work, and this is a fucking controller, and I'm using a stick, and there's no option for like stick. And the keyboard equivalent to that button on your stick or something? How am I supposed to know what it is? Like, how do you ever, like, it's escape, but it doesn't work on my, like, it just doesn't do anything on my stick. Joystick? But it's not a joystick. It's a fucking stick. Thanks, Ed. Enable Steam input for Xbox controllers or generic controllers under Steam settings. You mean this? This is literally what this is. It is currently enabled. Says they're all enabled. Xbox controller enabled, PlayStation controller enabled, Nintendo's, they're all enabled properly. Work if you disable Steam input, actually. I tried disabling it. It also doesn't work. Nothing changed when I disabled it. I restarted the game too. I thought like maybe that would just like immediately fix it, but it did nothing. So I'll try it again. I don't know. No, nothing seems to have happened. Yeah, none of these buttons work. It worked before. I don't know why anything changed. I haven't done anything to my stick. I mean, the stick itself works, but I really don't want to just have to hit menu on my keyboard every time. God fucking damn it, dude. How is it Street Fighter, like, just in general, Street Fighter, Steam, whatever, doesn't have a setting for sticks? These things have existed since longer, like, leverless and shit. The controllers, it's the same shit. It's literally like an arcade stick. How is arcade stick not an option for a controller? I don't understand. Literally none of these. PCB on those sticks emulate different controllers. Upgrade the firmware? What firmware? I've never installed anything for this stick. It's always just worked. I don't know what I would upgrade. Every, like, Steam or Reddit post I see is people having, like, issues with the way their buttons work, but it's not the same thing I'm having. Like, they just need to remap something, but mine doesn't even have the option to be mapped. I've never had to update anything or do anything with this stick. I literally don't know what I would do. I do not have a new stick, no. It's literally the old stick that I was using before that has just decided it doesn't want to work anymore for some godforsaken reason. What's up, Chippy? Oh, this is annoying. Technical problems when you're streaming are literally just the most frustrating thing ever. I disabled and re-enabled the stick. Nothing changes anything if I re-enable or disable it in Steam. It doesn't do anything. Hold the stick up to the camera so I can see the PCB. What do you mean? I don't know what a PCB is. What do you want? Like, stick. Stick. Sheet that says there's a way to disable the top row, which I think are the top buttons. Why would I want to disable them? Hi, backflip. Okay, how do I enable them then? If there's a way to disable, that must mean there's a way to enable them. Is it a stick? I'm still not sure. It could be a stick. I think it's a stick. Is it this? One of the... It's this thing. It's literally this little button here. I guess this got switched at some point. Jesus Christ. God damn it. There's like a little knob on this stick, and I just had to turn it the other way. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Okay. It's fine. Technical problems are just literally fucking infuriating. The tournament log, yeah, I guess that was it. Why? I've never, like, flipped that thing. I'm not really a fan of all these stick jokes. It's really immature. You're immature. Okay, wait.
We don't make mistakes. We have happy accidents.
True. How many issues have been caused by tiny knobs? Oh no. What does it want me to do past? Okay, so now I can at least... This is all I wanted to do, is watch examples. I'm confused. It doesn't do the overhead. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm a fucking idiot. I remember how to play video games, I swear to God. Thought of that sooner, but the suffering was nice. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I completely forgot there was a little, like, thingy here. I thought it was a plug, to be honest, earlier. Mr. Bopson, Mr. Bopson. Alright. He has amnesia. He don't care about taking over the world no more. He just wants to ride around with his horse and fight people. Doesn't the horse have a name or something? I swear I remember reading that somewhere. It can be Torrent. If it doesn't have a name. To smash the Christopher Lee wannabe? That seems mean. I think... Wait. I think in the past... Or... The special move was that, and assist was... Yeah, okay. That seems right? Oh, Special, assist. Okay. Lordy. Yeah, okay. Is it Terry time? No, we still have a month to wait. Rosinante? Rosinante? What a silly name. Its name is now Torrent. All the beating these characters endure. I'm surprised they don't all have brain damage. They probably do. It's like UFC fighters or something. They're probably all kind of struggling in some way, right? Don Quixote's horse? Rosinante. Rosinante? Well, at least we figured out the struggles with the controller. Only took us 30 minutes. Hell yeah. Yay, team.
Merry Christmas.
Yay. Hi, Scotty. Hi, Harambino. Thank you for the 6 months, my dude. Thank you very much. Look at all those happy emotes. Dude, yesterday when I was watching the C3 stream, there were a few moments...
Harambino just subscribed with Prime.
Thank you, Harambino. Hey. Yeah, there were some moments where they were just like spamming emotes and they were showing up on the stream just like mid-fight. It was just fucking like Bison emotes and Ryu emotes and shit flying everywhere. It was kind of funny. It was kind of great. Will they make Street Fighter Retirement Home Pals? Okay, that sounds great. Just all the oldest characters. Having seen this stream in a while. What's up, Visible Trauma? Yeah, it's been a hot tick. I haven't played a fighting game in like 8 months. I just haven't been like mentally in that place where I could sit down and play a fighting game without causing myself way too much stress, but I'm kind of feeling it now, so I figured I'd hop on and see how, at least for a short stream today. Makes you want to try out Bison, even though he's a filthy charge character. I mean, honestly, mostly because Gus is playing it, if I'm being entirely honest, but also I feel like nobody's playing Marissa, and with her nerfs and everything, if I'm trying to learn a character, I want to have content I can watch online. There's a lot more Bison players than there are Marissa players, so turn-based RPG with social elements like Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing. That sounds poggies. Would watch. Modern characters still need to charge though. I'll figure it out. If other people can do it, I can do it. Like Elden Ring and Overwatch Ranked. Okay, to be fair, I only just started playing Overwatch Ranked, and it was like early in the year where I was really stressing and I just couldn't really bring myself to do... Like, 1v1 competitive environments are so much different than any other game I've really played, so it's really stressful. I find anyways. I've never played Persona. I honestly really don't know anything about those games. Did you win any rank games last night? I won 2 games. We lost 5 in a row. I mean, again, to be fair, it's a rank reset, so you're inevitably playing with, like, the dumbest people who have ever existed ever when you start playing. Like, you start with the lowest of the low. And normally, without a rank reset, you're playing with people around your skill level, but after a rank reset, you're playing, again, with, you know, as I tweeted, I'm fairly certain most of the people in my ranked games were playing with their monitors off. Almost guaranteed. The first game, monitors off, and they didn't have headphones. Second game, maybe people had their headphones on. Third game, same thing. Headphones on, monitor off. Like, these people were, they were yeesh. No deflecting in 1v1, can't misdirect blame. Exactly. And when you're, like, not mentally in a good place, I feel like these kinds of things are so much harder. These things that much more personal. Ice and supers are cool. They are. I just gotta play this character for a month and then Terry. After a few hundred games, you will settle in with your people. Exactly. You just have to suffer mentally for way too long until then. It's a good time. Yeah, I don't really know anything about Persona games. I know a lot of people like them. I've seen clips and stuff, but that's about it. I also want to play Mortal Countdown, if anybody gets this reference. I don't get it. Or he seems like he will be limited in Modern since he has so many special moves. Ooh, that's true. Damn, that sucks. I'm always bad at the jumping things. When does mental suffering in Street Fighter 6 stop? That's the neat thing, it doesn't. See, this is why you have to be in, like, a not bad place mentally to play this game. If you're in a bad place mentally, it's just, like, you're already down here, and then when you play, you go all the way over here. You need to be, like, up here, so when you play, you're down here rather than all the way at the bottom, you know? Like, I'm trying to just be at, like, beach sea level rather than Mariana's Trench sea level when I'm playing. So you gotta be in an okay headspace, otherwise it's just trauma and suffering. No. Fighting games are clearly for masochists since you can't blame other people or make excuses. Right up my alley. I mean, you can make excuses. The sun was in my eyes. There was lag. My stick wasn't working. The PS5 was, you know, overheating. They were on Wi-Fi. There's always excuses. Normal amount of pain is 0, but I played Street Fighter 6. Special amounts of suffering. Life's a beach. And you don't want to go to the beaches here. That's how you get E. coli. You get all of the feces water experiences. Yum, yum, yum. Street Fighter 6 delivers pain as soon as you hit the menu. My stick fell out the window at high speeds. That's what mine was doing, pretty much. Fucking thing was not working. But that's my fault, because there's apparently a little knob on it, and I didn't realize there was a knob on it. I don't know how it got, like, I haven't touched this thing. I didn't touch it, and then I played maybe when it was in my luggage, when I was coming home from Salt Lake City. But that was so long ago. Hog's back is still gross. Everywhere is gross. Again, the last time, it was maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, and I learned my lesson and won't go back again, but 4 or 5 years ago when I went to the beach here, there was a literally a huge speakers that were just non-stop repeating, don't go in the water, it's dirty. You can't go in the water, it's dirty. Like, at the beach. At the beach! And they're like, don't do it. And there's also a lot of drownings lately at the beaches, so that's always nice. The cat flipped the switch? Actually, that's honestly a potential possibility. Wi-Fi, yeah, that's a big one I see in the hub chat. I'll have to do hub chat, your hub games to, like, practice this game. Let's see what his buttons do. Who would think a place named Hogsback would be filthy? Good old Ottawa. Grew up on the Gulf Coast. We have E. coli, brain-eating bacteria, and Dow chemical runoff. Pretty sure I can't die. Or you're an inch from death at all times, one or the other. Bunch of bloated corpses in Ottawa's beaches. I think they clear out the corpses. I'm pretty sure. I hope. You would think, right? Beaches were insanely dirty. Why can't we keep these things clean, man? In Japan and shit, they're like immaculate. Oh. No? Is this supposed to be... I guess this is charge? Is the yellow thing charge? Oh, okay, it is.
I
Yes.
usually forget things, but I remembered it that time. P. Sherman
Oh,
40...
wait. No, where is that?
I don't know.
Okay.
But who
But I
cares?
remember that
Ha-ha!
charge is a thing. Thanks, Boo-Booey. From that time Jaws came for a visit? I don't think Jaws could fit in our wall. Actually, we have a pretty big river here. I guess that is possible. Used to sail as a kid. Used to think the instructors referred to Lake Ontario as body water, not body of water, so I just assumed it was full of dead people. I've only ever swam in Lake Ontario once, but I thought it was pretty... Do I call it clean? It's better than here. Gathering today and ordered $400 of barbecue meat, brisket, ribs, chicken. Can't fucking wait. How quickly can I fly from Ottawa to Las Vegas? Or Los Angeles? What is the flight length? Because that sounds like a good time. Can you get washlets in public bathrooms here? What's a washlet? You could host the Olympics. I mean, Montreal hosted the Olympics long ago. Oh, fancy word for a bidet. Damn. I thought bidet was already the fancy word. It sounds all French and stuff. I want a bidet. You should buy a bidet. They're not that pricey. Have the clean bum bum. Beaches are overrated, cold, dirty, and we have this trench where if you walk out 20 feet, you just drop off like 10 feet down. That's where all of the sharks are hiding, clearly. Only Toto calls it bidet. Or if it's an industry term. What's a Toto? As in the dog? Doggo? Not as many as I thought as a kid. There's probably at least a few. I would imagine. What I want is pricey. If it doesn't have a heated seat and RGB lights, I don't want it. True. It's not a real bidet if it's not a gamer bidet. But it was the JP company, known for its high-end bathroom products. Ah. Also the dog. It's still traumatizing. Just assume every body of water has at least one body in it. I haven't vacationed much, so I have never felt a warm beach with clear waters. I remember I went to a really nice beach in Italy. Y'all won't understand this because you're men, but my mom hadn't like given us a heads up that we were going to this spot in Italy with beautiful beaches and like really warm water. And this was miserable and I should have just not done it. But we had our bathing suits, but we hadn't like shaved our legs. So we went to go shave our legs, but we didn't have shaving cream. So, I mean, maybe some of y'all have shaved your legs. I don't know. But the water is salty. And when you shave and you don't have shaving cream, it burns. It burns. It burned so bad. So we were trying to swim and I was just like, I don't want to do this. Like the water is nice, but it's also painful and everything hurts. The sexism. I mean, maybe have you shaved your legs frequently and gone into the water? Not a real toilet experience unless I get greeted by name and presented with a warm seat and classical music. That is exactly what happened in Asia, actually. They even, yeah, they said hi. They had little smiley faces on the toilets. It was sweet. Doesn't everybody top us in Europe? Yes. And all of the men wear Speedos, and they're all at least 500 pounds, hairy, old as hell, and they stare at you in weird ways. We shave our faces, you know? True, but shaving cream. Again, the problem here was the lack of shaving cream. Do you shave your faces without shaving cream? They prepared you for the disappointment and failure in video games? There we go. I like that positivity, Ed. I know this experience from shredding up my leg as a kid. My dad's solution to preventing infection was salt bath. You can buy shit at the pharmacy. I mean, it's the same thing. I guess it'll still burn, but sorry, I didn't realize that my understanding of the female challenges was kept by whether or not I shaved my legs in the poop salt water. Okay, it wasn't poop salt water, it was the ocean. I mean, I guess there's fish poop, so fair, but shave using soap. I really should buy some shaving cream. I mean, I feel like, shaving cream, you know, it's you just need something that's like smooth or helps moisturize or whatever. If it's a moisturizing soap, it's the same jazz. If I forget to buy shaving cream, do you go swimming in the ocean when you forget to buy shaving cream? I mean, all I'm saying is it burned, right? So if you have the experience of going swimming in the ocean after shaving without using something that keeps it smooth so it doesn't have all of the fucking like, you know, the cuts, then you would understand the experience. But the fact that it was just all over my legs, so as soon as we walked into the water, it was just pain. It hurt. Thought we Americans still had the biggest BMIs. I would assume so. I mean, Europeans all just drink beer and wine nonstop. Also, Ozempic, it does help with the BMIs. God damn it. Which is just using bar soap and I'll never go back. I do find that shaving cream is kind of a waste of money. Like, there's alternatives that you can buy that have multiple uses rather than just shaving cream, but we don't wear Speedos. Every old man in Europe wears a Speedo. But having a surface for the blades to glide on, bar soap works a treat, and I won't go back anyway. Same. Exactly. I don't use shaving cream anymore, but again, it was just more the fact that we didn't have anything. We just had water and really cheap razor blades we got from the gas station. Because we weren't aware we were going to a beautiful beach in Italy on the coast with these mountains, like the Alps were behind us, these like fucking snow-capped mountains and stuff. It was a gorgeous place and I was really excited to swim there, and then it was just pain. Shaved a bit too closely, but then I haven't done it. I mean, I was just shaving like normal, but again, nothing but water and really cheap razors was not a good idea. It's true about the Speedos. Yeah, it's a choice. Let's watch this first. And his face when her legs hit the water. Literally exactly that. And it was like, I couldn't, I mean, everywhere was just, unless I was looking at the mountains or looking at the ocean, that was my face. If I looked like on the beach itself, it was just, again, a bunch of old men in Speedos, hairy as heck, giving you the weird looks and stuff. Now you're tough as nails, right? Yeah, super tough. Very tough. When I vacationed in France, I was not allowed in a pool in Paris, France, because I didn't have a Speedo. What? You have to make everyone uncomfortable, otherwise you're not allowed to be in our pool. Gillette Mach 0.5 disposable. Yeah, that shit was, it was pain. I will never buy one of those again. Pack salt onto your wounds and play Street Fighter tournaments, taking deep breaths of BO. Yeah, it's just lovely. I saw this image from, it was like an anime expo or something, and someone had made, they sold out of $5 tiny little, what do you call it, deodorant containers, because they put, like, it was literally like this big deodorant packs, but they put anime characters on them, so people were buying them. This is how you get people to not smell like shit at gaming events. You give them anime deodorant. That's the solution. Hi, Molly. Glad to see you back on Street Fighter 6. We'll see how it goes. Hygiene thing. No Xena. No Xena. They don't historically allow anything that isn't a Speedo, basically. I guess there's some logic to that. Speedo is a better bathing suit than Trunks. I feel like Trunks were invented by Americans out of modesty or some bullshit. Speedos are very revealing. I think she likes it when I play Street Fighter because it's more, she can just sit on the stick. I am ashamed of the flesh casket that contains my soul. Flesh casket. This is very inconvenient, Xena, I'm gonna be honest with you. Big PP French people don't care. I learned that the hard way. I mean, it wasn't France that I was in, to be fair. It was Italy, but same jazz. Europeans. So our bikinis and one pieces. Not all the women look great in them, but I don't complain. It was more the creepy looks that made me uncomfortable than the people in said Speedos. They just always, you know, they're... I wear banana hammocks. I did not watch the fucking... Is this not? No, okay. Even received an offer to do pornography because of it? Oh lord. This is why that French pole vaulter didn't tuck properly? Oh yeah, that video of the guy who's fucking... I wonder if he would have gotten farther if he'd just tucked it away. Some guy failed a pole vault because his dong hit the bar. Did you not see that? There's literally a video online of the... Oh, it was... I would say it was embarrassing, but is it really? Can't take a sausage that won't fit in the bun. Just gotta get a bigger bun. Very patriotic banana hammocks with the American flag and an eagle. Okay. Remember to let go of the button. Oh, by all means, go ahead, Cess. Post away. As long as you're not posting things that would get people banned on Twitch, you know? I don't think that video would get someone banned unless someone edited it to not have the actual pants spit on anymore, and that would be very uncomfortable. Never feels good to lose at something you've trained most of your life for, but also now everyone knows you're packing, so he's probably alright. Right? He became a meme. I mean, realistically, at this point...
Uh-oh, hot dog!
Oh no. I do feel like at this point, like, apparently that stupid, breakdancer woman there has signed with a talent agency because she embarrassed herself in front of the world. So now she gets to be some famous, you know? Like, she's literally signed with a talent agency because she embarrassed the shit out of herself and took a spot away from somebody else. Like, a huge dong hit the start button and I got disqualified. Real struggle. Poor Antonio. It actually happened to him. It actually happened to him. The Olympic Committee's been copyright striking it anywhere they find it. They sound like such assholes, dude. Apparently they had a rule that they've apparently changed, thankfully now, but they had a rule where the Paralympics, because the Paralympics logo is different from the Olympics logo, there were Paralympic athletes who were getting the Olympics logo, and apparently they were banning it or requiring them to cover it up for the Paralympics, but people, you know, started a little uproar online and they've removed that rule now, but like, they sound like assholes, all of them. Wrong one. I hope that guy goes for every jump competition and fails due to dong size. He's like, I could pack it away, but I won't. Oh wait, forward. Man, it's been a long time since I played a fighting game. I'm not counting, what's it, 2x KO. Failed high jump, failed pole vault, failed hurdles, long jump world record. I'm so bad at track. I hated track in school. That was like fucking, what do you call it, traumatizing for me, being so short. It was literally, wait, is it? So the yellow one is where I have to do charge, okay. Someone get eviscerated on Twitter for complaining the Olympics went woke because someone in a wheelchair lit the flame for the Paralympics. Dude, you can't take Twitter seriously. Twitter is like, I saw a post, someone tweeted yesterday saying that Twitter has become 4chan with check marks. Like, paid for check marks 4chan. It's just the stupidest, angriest, most argumentative idiots on the internet, and it's just, it's really boring. And in track and field, except way slower. Just slow that down by like 100%. Like his dong had beef with that bar and threw it down. Yeet him. Oh, I keep holding auto. It was pure comedy. I mean, as soon as you like open it up and look at all of the links, it's funny to read the stupidity, but like, it's also painful. Every time I browse Twitter, I get angry at myself. Oh, is this the AI version of her dancing? Oh god, yes it is. What the fuck? Okay, I didn't watch the whole thing. I don't think she's got like 3 legs. What the? She turns into Bulbasaur or something? I almost don't like that she's getting so much attention, because again, there was that rumor that she got to this point because she took someone else's opportunity away. Like, there was someone who was way more qualified to do the dancing, and she knew somebody on the committee or whatever, so she got the part, and now she's just famous for being bad at what she was supposed to be good at. The breakdancing honestly wasn't that bad, Ed. It's just this woman made it an embarrassment for everybody else, which really sucks.
Here we go.
They should have had that as the song she was dancing to. God damn it. You mean the AI version? This is how I remembered it and I watched it live. Pretty much the same thing. Honestly, the AI version is way more talented. Real shady, some real shady about Raygun though. She def did some sketchy shit to get there. No way in hell they would choose her for it, right? Like, I'm sure there's like 14-year-olds more talented than her who would have been a better choice. So the fact that she got it is just kind of infuriating. Let's do that one again. When anything got debunked, people were saying her husband was on it. I thought they said that it was like a friend or something. But either way, I remember watching a video of someone else who was way better, obviously, than her, who had also been competing to go to the Olympics and they didn't get in, so. The levitating at the end, ridiculous. Yeah, I think it was another one, not her husband, but like a friend or something she knew on the committee. Can't believe that was a real event, but then I think most of the Olympics is garbage. Dude, you know what's hilarious? Speed walking. Speed walking should not be an event. It's just people pretending they're not jogging. Like, it's literally just people lying about what they're doing. What's up, Danny? I'm doing good. How you doing? Olympics is just corrupt political garbage, for the most part. I mean, I think that there's a lot of situations where it's just people showing off their talent and hard work, but skilled breakdancers that hit the finals were so talented. Canada won, too, so go Canada. At least with the men's. I don't know about the women's, but point accumulation, same thing with Eddie the Eagle. What's Eddie the Eagle? Yeah, breakdancing is definitely not coming back. Raygun kind of secured that. Won a bunch of shit, don't ask me how, and qualified as far as I know. They should have chosen someone less embarrassing, more talented. Whatever makes people happy. Speedwalking was there too. Speedwalking is almost always, I think it's always at the Summer Olympics. It's really embarrassing. They kind of wiggle like this. This is what the speedwalkers look like. And then half the time they're jogging, but they're not jogging. They're just jogging. It's embarrassing. My motherland got the gold for that one. Oof, that's... Yay, them. Top people showing off their talent and hard work. I watch the Olympics for the same reason why I watch this stream when Anna plays Street Fighter 6. No, Xeno! Only have points scoring competitions and no judge-based ones. It's harder to fix. I mean, you'd hope the judges are impartial, and I think a lot of the time they're judges from other competitions. UK ski jumper who gamed the point system. Went to represent the UK at the Olympics. What did they do? Never seen speedwalking, not in the Olympics. I've only seen it on QI. It's really, really, really... I watch the speedwalking sometimes literally just to laugh. They literally look like this. Like, their hips move in this fucking... I don't know how you get into that. And if I ever saw... Must have bad hips by 40? Literally. They must have bad hips by 20. Like, as soon as they start that shit, their hips are just like, stop! Do you compete in speedwalking and take a stool softener before the race for motivation? Is this considered doping? That's a good question. In the point system in the sense he found the one event with no one else competing. Oh, I think I remember that, yeah. I mean, if nobody else is competing, then it's just smarts, right? He's just not really gaming the system, he's taking advantage of the system. By far the dumbest sport is the modern pentathlon, an Olympic multi-sport that currently consists of fencing, freestyle swimming, equestrian show jumping, laser pistol shooting, and cross-country running. What a weird fucking mix of shit. Fencing, swimming, show jumping, laser pistol shooting, and cross-country running. Hello, Alexander. Welcome in. Thank you to Miss Chippy. I've done that walk before. I could speed walk. It's my walk back to the hotel walk. You should compete for the Olympics. That's the same thing? It's silly. Make a very offensive joke now, a la Jimmy Carr. Dude, that guy's gotten so much work done on his face lately. It's strange. God damn it, brain. Apparently race walking is taxing and not easy to do. I mean, I would assume most sports are taxing in some way or another, right? Like it is, that's kind of the point. free to play Unk? What's free to play Unk? That they did breakdancing instead of Flatland BMX. I mean, they do have BMX competitions. I remember watching some. I don't know what Flatland is, admittedly, but let's go back to track and field and weightlifting at the Olympics. Breakdancing was so silly. I mean, there literally is weightlifting and track and field. There's tons of track and field. I love the track and field competitions. They're typically at the end, since they're like I think they have most of the draw, like swimming, gymnastics, diving, I guess, included with swimming, and track and field, I think, have the most draw when it comes to the Olympics. And women's volleyball, if you're creepy and weird. Dystopian Olympics, like, who can mine for cobalt the fastest? Who can build a Fallout-style handgun? I think that's what YouTube is for. Walking fast is legit hard. Try it. It's so much easier to run. All I do is walk quickly. I look like an idiot when I run. I am a speed walker by default. It's called anxiety. Just fucking waddle everywhere. I walk surprisingly fast for someone my height. Adding flag football to LA Olympics? I saw that. Do they have football at the Olympics? They don't, right? I know they have like basketball and stuff, but circus shooter that made second with no weird gimmicky shit? Yeah, that guy was fucking sick. Make it a scored event instead of a battle where none of them have heard the music ahead of time. I kind of wish they just let people do... What I think I disliked the most about the breakdancing was the fact that it was like two people on a stage and they're kind of battling rather than just having really talented breakdancers do their own show, like kind of like gymnastics does. They have their own show that they do, and you know, whoever's just got the better choreography, the better overall performance should win, rather than the weird, like, what's that movie where they do like the dance battles and shit in movies? That was like a really popular thing in like the early 2000s. They would have all of those like breakdancing movies where it was just, you know, people versus each other. Okay, Xena, stop. Flatland's just like breakdancing, but with a bike. It's kind of hype. Oh, that sounds cool as fuck. Making floor gymnastics a battle where they haven't heard their routine. The format was just bad. Exactly, Rin. Exactly. It's a bad... yes, like, you got served. Step up. It's cringe. Stomp the yard. Exactly. Literally, these people are so talented. Give them time to pick a song, make their own fucking awesome choreography, and let's vibe to it. Why does it have to be cringy weird crap? Like, it made me sad. I was all excited for breakdancing, thinking that it would be literally like people showing off their talent with choreography and stuff, and then it's just like, here's this really generic beat battle. And I'm like, really? Dance battling? Is it the 2000s? Like, honestly. Both on stage at the same time and we're showing off to each other. You got served style. Literally, they were like, huh, at each other and shit. It was really embarrassing. Wait, is darts not a sport? I mean, it's a sport, but I guess it's not at the Olympics. Next Summer Olympics, let's have a video game tournament. I mean, I think they are going to be starting a video game Olympics type thing. Wii Sports and stuff. Spec break dancers and dancers, just not at the Olympics. Yeah, I mean, I love dancing as a whole. I get a lot of results on my Instagram for dancing, but the Olympics made it kind of a joke. Only starts as points-based and can't be fixed unless it is, in which case, fuck the Olympics anyways. Feels like breakdancing competition put together by people who know nothing about breakdancing, right? Kind of did exactly feel like that. Considering putting Street Fighter V in the Olympics, it's why we had those neat tracksuits. I feel like that would almost be appropriate. I feel like this is a very skill-based game, and 1v1 and stuff, it would make sense.
I can't do sound preview. I want to see if this has a sound.
It has a sound, but it's not the screaming creature, which is a shame because that's a funny video. Then COVID happened. Gosh darn it, COVID. Who can identify bots on social media the most accurately event? Okay, that would be a challenge. That would be a skill. The Esports Olympics coming, but they will be in Saudi Arabia for 12 years. I don't feel like it's the same. I mean, the IOC is still a shit company or whatever organization anyways. You like dancing? Break it down right now. That's not the same yell though. I swear to God, that's not the same yell, right? Waiting for them to put race car driving in the Olympics? I feel like that's too big on its own. I feel like those people make way too much money not being in the Olympics. So it's still hype. It's still, you got the gold medal and everything. Wasn't there a country, I think it was like the Philippines or something, where if you won gold, they give you a house and like free colonoscopies and free ramen for the rest of your life. I'm like, shit, that's a deal. It's kind of weird, but Gaming Side is a separate event and held annually. Olympics. It won't be part of the actual Summer Games. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't make sense to be part of the actual Summer Games. It would just be like too much all at once. It's already too much all at once. They're hip but not hop. Break a hip if they hopped. That doesn't sound ideal as athletes. That's the yell your hips make on mile 5 of the fast walk competition. They literally have 4 years to do it and then they're just too old to handle it. Toddler Olympics? Oh, that sounds great. It's all just like skilled baseball players and shit. For what now? You heard me. Colonoscopies. And ramen. And a home. Still wouldn't want to see it in the Olympics. I feel like it'd be hard, like, having the racing. I mean, I guess you could put it on the same roads that you have the, biking and stuff. The cutest thing I've ever seen was the toddlers learning to play hockey. Oh man, that would be cute. At least they don't have far to fall when they fall. If I fall when I skate, it hurts. I suck at skating. This is why I don't skate. Toddlers look like a bunch of mini alcoholics. And they don't even need the alcohol. Lucky them. Next at the Olympics. Because we need to grow this event at all costs. Heads up, Texas Hold'em poker. The most athletic thing ever. Poker. She's just mashing buttons blindly. I'm old, thank you very much. Which toddler can mine the most coal? I'm down for that event. It's the 1920s all over again. And whoever wins gets a free canary. It's a good prize. You get a gold medal and a canary. The love, one of the Italian athletes, was sponsored by Parmigiano Reggiano. I have no idea how to pronounce that, but that's fucking great. Wasn't there? Yeah, that was the big Parmesan cheese lady. Toddlers Falling is pretty great. It has its moments. The fucking cheese itself, apparently. Yep, that's the dream. My god, Anna, they can't even stand up. They basically use the stick as a crutch because they don't have the core strength to stand up on one of their skates. Just sort of coast by because they're leaning forward. It's adorable. Okay, that does sound really cute. They should at least have that as like they had during the France Olympics, they had like ballet and shit in between events. They should just have toddlers doing that rather than like actual dancers. I wasn't really all that entertained by the ballet, but if it was little kids just being all cute, I would have watched it. Ecuador, my family is from, have 7 total medals, 3 golds, and 2 of them are the race walk. Just this all day long. Depends on what they're holding. I guess. Inflation too high to be just handing out canaries. Damn it, you right. Just the Parmesan cheese then. To my parents, I don't know whether to be proud or embarrassed. Both? You can be both. Why not both? Presented by kimchi? It's always presented by kimchi. Would she eat kimchi? She didn't make herself for money? I would, but like, I don't, it's just not good enough. See, the problem with kimchi when I buy it here is that it's always sour and it's never spicy. Like, because Ottawa is obviously filled with a lot of white people, they assume that we can't handle the spicy, so anywhere you buy kimchi, maybe if I went to the Korean store and bought their, like... Actually, I did. I went to a local, Asian market type place, and they had, like, literally just plastic fucking bags of kimchi that they were, like, making from home. And it wasn't spicy, it was just sour. I'm like, where's the spice? When I look at recipes for kimchi when I make mine, it's like, it says about 2 cups of gochugaru, and I add 3 cups because I want it to be spicy, and then I add Thai peppers and these spicy green peppers I get from my local supermarket. Because I don't want it to just be sour. I don't mind the sour, but it's gotta have spice, it's gotta have a kick. Like, it has to have a kick. Should be sponsored by Red Rooster, it's alright, I guess. What is Red Rooster? I know I've heard of it before. Hello, witch. Welcome in. Ever have Fremunda kimchi? I know what Fremunda is. Ha 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 ha. Go to the counter and ask for the good stuff? I honestly do. Hello, yes, I know I'm white, but can I have the spicy stuff that you give to only the actual Koreans? Please and thank you. No idea, I was just trying to think of something that would sound like an Asian brand. I feel like Red Rooster is a real thing though, isn't it? I swear to God. There's a Red Rooster Golf here. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. There's literally a company here called Red Rooster. Is Red Rooster owned by KFC? There's also a fast food place called Red Rooster. This is a real thing. It's a real place, apparently. Sriracha came to mind, so Red Rooster. Ah. Now I guess that's true. It also has a rooster on it. The real one, anyways. Using Bipson since release and have done that combo. Haven't done that combo. I'm truly slow-witted. And, Bipson. Yes. I haven't played this game in way too fucking long, though, so I'm just trying to remember how to press buttons. It's literally been 8 months since I last played Street Fighter 6. 8 months? I last played it in, like, early December, so 8-9 months. It's been a hot tick. But I'm finally ready to start my journey on the Street Fighter experience again. I'm excited to try Terry. Old Dog New Tricks quote fits me too good. Channel your inner new dog. Rooster is what Sriracha was called on King of the Hill to avoid a lawsuit. When did King of the Hill end? It's not a show anymore, right? Like, it's not still ongoing. They nerfed my boy Honda. Good. He apparently wasn't doing dodge shit enough. I feel like Honda's the scrub killer, right? And a lot of the time, companies balance around what the noobs are experiencing because they're the majority of players. Rest in peace, Britt Murphy. It's true. Was she in King of the Hill? Coming back and Bobby is in his early 20s. Really? Taking sets off CPT winners with Honda? He's more than a scrub killer? I feel like that's kind of... Like, with higher end players, a lot of the time it's like... You predict what's gonna happen because you know how other good players win and how they play, but with characters that are less common, that you see less frequently, and when it's like, you know, not the top players, you don't know how they're gonna play, because you kind of expect their consistent gameplay. So if it's something like Honda where people don't use them very often, you get caught off guard. She played Luann. Oh, I didn't know that. Voice actor for Boomhauer died though, so not sure what they are doing. Who's Boomhauer? I watched King of the Hill like 5 times. I wasn't allowed to watch it growing up. Oh, that's Boomhauer. Right. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to watch that show. I liked it when I did see it, but it wasn't on at the same time that my grandmother went to choir practice, so I didn't get to watch it much. Might you play a full set though? First to 10 can help prevent getting caught off guard. Yeah, that's why people hate the first to 2 systems in most tournaments. But then you have tournaments like C3 where you can't have, you know, if you had first to 3, they would have been going on to like 1 AM or something, which isn't that bad really. It ended at like 10:30, 11-ish. It's good for matchup knowledge, 100%. My parents let me watch Ren and Stimpy? I mean, I guess when you're a kid, you don't realize how inappropriate Ren and Stimpy is. As an adult, though, I would not let a child watch that. I'd be like, okay, I'd watch 1 episode with them. I'd be like, you know what? No. You can watch Pokemon like the other kids. This is not a child's show. Long debate whether or not Hank Hill would have voted for Trump. I say no way. He's a Republican, but not a mega Republican. Yeah, he didn't seem like a bad person, just Republican. I don't think all Republicans are bad people. There's just some that are. King of the Hill is a pretty wholesome show, but as a kid, most of the jokes went over my head. Mine too, to be honest, especially as a Canadian. Like, I didn't pick up on the majority of the jokes. I thought it was funny, but I didn't really get it a lot of the time. But it was funny at times. Long sets are for better players, short sets are for better viewers. We'll definitely, once I've started playing this game again and I can kind of play Bison a little bit, we'll do viewer lobbies and shit. We'll go to the Battle Hub and y'all can play against me and shit all over me and whatnot. Ren and Stimpy OG wasn't the same as the more recent one, though. There's more recent Ren and Stimpy? I didn't even know. All the adult stuff went over my head. Yeah, like, you're too innocent to really understand it, but I feel like it still kind of gets burned into your mind and can affect you once you are capable of understanding it. Hank Hill would see Trump and say, I'm gonna kick that guy's ass. As he should. A true American. Shrek had so many dick jokes. Did it? Maybe I should rewatch Shrek. You've been kicking ass? I have no idea what I'm doing stream. But we're gonna try at some point in the future kick ass in this game. I don't know if Canadians have the equivalent of hillbillies or rednecks. We do. I'd say they're like the people from all the way on the East Coast by the water. The Newfies and stuff. They're the ones who have the really Canadian, like, stereotypical accents. I can't do them. I honestly don't even, like, know how they... I've never met a stereotypical Canadian with a stereotypical accent. Little tots can really skate, though. Yeah, I mean, as Canadians, you see that shit. Like, they're fully able to skate. They skate a million times better than I do. Again, I just fall on my ass, but yeah, these kids can skate. Literally better than me. Not fair. Cheaters. Briefly brought back, bleh. Briefly brought back for like 1 season. I didn't know that. And then the creator got popped for sexually grooming multiple teens. New Brunswick people, yeah, exactly. Or like New Brunswick, Newfoundland, PEI, all those people who live off in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. Thought all of Canada was just Letterkenny. No, but those are hillbillies. Those are rednecks, exactly. Hillbilly A. Trailer Park Boys, kind of hillbillies? Yes, exactly. I mean, that is pretty much what Letterkenny is, right, Raptor? A boot. Yep, the ones who say a boot. Northern Ontario is very Letterkenny. Those folks are everywhere. I really don't think I've ever met, like, a stereotypical sounding Canadian. It's sad. Be the king of the hill equivs. Yup. Yup. Letterkenny, Trailer Park Boys, and the guys who sing Out for a Rip. That's Canada in my head. Oh, I fucking love that Out for a Rip thing. Used to skate as a kid and ended up getting 2 black eyes on back-to-back days from skating, and my school looked into my family for physical abuse. How do you get back eyes from skating? You fall, wouldn't you just like hit your nose? Ow. Karen's and Philip, yep. R&S was a show when I was a kid, but an adult party cartoon. Came out in 2003 on Spike TV. Ren and Stimpy, I assume? Nova Scotia, yep, Nova Scotia too. All of this shit that's all the way on the East Coast. I guess Alberta too, in a way. I feel like Alberta is like our southern states kind of vibes. 1 second. Cut once and hit my eyebrow, and the second day a board flew up and hit me in the eye. Oh, that's fucking ow. That'll do it. A lot of oil in Saskatchewan and mining. That is true. No, Newfoundland would have a type of hillbilly. It would. I want to get this timing. I mean, Saskatchewan and Alberta are close enough to each other that they're kind of the same thing. Alberta all about oil extraction, like our Texas. Pretty much, yes. Saskatchewan is the really, like, flat spot. Super flat. I was always very clumsy. I can relate to that. Again, why I remember skating. I tried hockey once in my life. My dad gave my sister and I some sticks, and we went and tried hockey in a local outdoor skating rink. I felt bad. I felt like really like an embarrassing Canadian trying to skate and play hockey. I couldn't fucking do it. I was like, you know what? Never mind. I'm not built for this. And then I just took off the skates and fucking walked around like a normal human being. I can't skate. It's horrible. If it's not Vancouver, City, Toronto, Montreal, it's basically hillbilly redneck land. Also Ottawa. Ottawa's a city. We exist. Hi. It's not all red. We're hillbillies here. I swear to God, we're a civilized, mostly location. Rosina, she should be back by now for another round of Seat Fighter. She's accepted defeat. I remember driving just to Winnipeg, mile after mile of sunflowers. Ooh, that sounds pretty. Canadian that can't hockey is like an American that can't shoot. I'm sure they exist. I could teach you how to skate. Nah, I suck at skating. And it's cold. I don't like being outside in the cold. When you're, because skates aren't well insulated, so your toes just get cold. I hate that feeling. Manitoba is flatter than Saskatchewan. Just that no one cares about Manitoba or visits it unless they're driving through. Honestly, I tend to forget Manitoba exists. I think people would lose fingers at every ice skating rink daily, but I guess it doesn't happen often, thankfully. But you would imagine it's not impossible. Where they had the trucker rally? Yep. I mean, to be fair, the trucker rally was from all of the hillbilly places. Ottawa is just, it's like Washington. It's like the January 6th thing. That is exactly what it was. It was all of the morons went to the January 6th thing to raid the White House, just like the moron truck rally people came to Ottawa to raid our parliament. It was the equivalent, just without the raiding. They just sat outside of parliament honking their horns and saying racist shit, so. How to whistle over Snapchat? I feel like whistling over Snapchat is an easier thing to teach than skating. And her whole life with the canal right there, she's never gonna skate. Literally exactly. And the few times I did go to the canal, it was just cold toast. I hate cold toast. Connecticut is a pretty state with stuff to do. I honestly don't think I know where Connecticut is. Also has the world's best pizza. Italy, though. Apparently, especially since it'll never freeze again. Yeah. I'd honestly be surprised if the canal freezes again this summer. I think we had one day last year where it froze. Yeah, a good chunk of those truckers came from Alberta. They weren't from Ottawa. They just came to Ottawa because they were angry and stupid and wanted to waste gas. Looks good in the movies, but apparently I've heard from people who visited DC, it's a shithole. I liked DC when I visited. I only went for a day, but I liked it. Connecticut has the word connect in it. And you drive through it because it just connects to the other states around. Lived in North VA and spent a lot of time in DC and can confirm it's a shithole. Alright, well my one-day experience is not accurate then. Alright, let's do the next one. I'm from New York City and DC seemed like the cleanest city I've ever seen. New York City is probably much worse. New York City is a fucking shithole. New York City is like my least favorite place I've ever been. I think it's a disgusting shithole. Again, every single time I go to New York City, I come home with like a sore throat and a cough. I just feel disgusting. Know the same thing about LA from people who've been there. Looks nice in movies, but it's actually a shithole. I mean, I haven't seen, it depends where you go. Like, there are slums in LA. But if you go, like, right downtown, it's not that bad. It's got its pretty spots and its shitty spots. People have to stop bringing people to Hollywood when they visit Cali. It's fucking awful and filthy. Yeah, Hollywood is a shithole. From my experience, Hollywood is definitely a shithole. But I've been to a lot of other places in LA that are really nice. Never do get to see the suburbs very much. I like the suburbs of LA, to be honest, from what I've seen. I mean, I've gone to Santa Monica, I've gone to Huntington Beach, I've gone to, like, the Irvine area. I've seen a lot of LA, and outside of, like, downtown and the Santa Monica area, it's pretty nice. Santa Monica has its nice areas, but there's a lot of, like, homeless drug addicts that are just creepy. Americans even agree what state isn't a shithole. The whole country is labeled as awful to be true, actually. It's all a shithole, I guess. I'm heading to LA next month, and I'm looking forward to getting stabbed. Bro, I've been to LA, like, over a dozen times. I've never been stabbed. I almost got hit by a car the first time I went there, but that's it. So you'll be fine. Visited a few cities nearby where I've never been to the suburban areas and have no idea what it's actually like. Honestly, in my experience, the suburban areas in LA are really nice. Pope came to the city once, and they actually cleaned up. They cleaned up for the Pope, but not the kids that live there. Shocking. Religion is all that matters. See, Florida is perfect. Said nobody, ever. Utah is the prettiest state in the US, IMO. Oh god, Utah is gorgeous. The only problem is the Mormons. They're a special bunch. I live in LA, I get stabbed on the daily, knives can't penetrate my scar tissue anymore. Well, there we go. You just have to build up a resistance. Florida is brutal in the summer. That too. It sucks because it generates all the pollution that gets blown into the valley where I live. It sucks. How dare they? You should beat them up. Florida is awesome. I have a blast every time I go there. I've never been. I don't want to go. I don't like humidity. There's enough humidity here. Shame the Mormons ruin it, but good news, they're only around 40% of the population now. Yay! The charge thing is gonna confuse the shit out of me, man. Florida's Swamp Pass Central, but for sure the casinos are fire. There's casinos literally everywhere, though. The word is hanged. Hung is what the French pole vaulter is. I feel like hung still works, too. You like Mickey Mouse? Yes? Florida's basically unbearable in the summer. People just live indoors in the AC, and it's so hot and humid you don't even go to the beach. Yeah, that's telling. The quality of poker varies greatly from casino to casino. I have never played poker before. Well, I played poker when I was younger. For funsies with the homies. Only gonna get worse too. True. Rid of all the pool, but his baguette was très gros. Aww. Not de très gros baguette. Florida is nice to visit, but not sure I'd want to live there. I visit family down there every year, and they all come home for the summer. Damn. Going back home to Ontario for the summer. That's telling. Floridians love to gamble. That's because they're all like 100 years old and have nothing else to live for. Mickey Mouse, how could you not like Mickey Mouse? I mean, I definitely like Disney. Not in the Fort Myers area. I know very little about locations in Florida, to be honest. Visited the West Palm Beach, Miami area a few times because a friend lives there. I thought it was very nice to visit. I mean, it's bougie as heck, right, in that area? Stick hit the pool was harder than Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. Man, that was a moment. That was a historical moment. If you like getting your wife killed, what? I was not aware that was a common thing with Disney. I was from West Palm down to Miami. It's like one giant metro area on the coast. I'm still not going to Florida anytime soon. I don't want to deal with the humidity. Maybe if I went to like CEO or something one day. Big slam dunk the pool. It was a touchdown throwdown. Would you guys want to be that guy? Like, do you think you would be proud to be that guy? Like, you didn't win the Olympics, but now you're famous because you're, you know, packing? Pretty state with a lot of natural beauty. The people are pretty wild in a good way and bad way. The Florida man, for instance. I see a lot of videos on my Instagram from... There was a video I watched actually last night of this guy from Florida who was just... His whole job was just catching non-native animals. So like pythons, different lizards and stuff like that. It was actually kind of interesting to watch, but lots and lots and lots of snakes. Good luck with the games, labs, Snarf. Drink your water. That's a good advice. Enjoy, Rin. Have a good time. FBI taking bets on my search history. It's not that bad. At least he's an adult. Why am I always so bad at the jump-in related things? It's horrible. Iguanas are everywhere. They're also non-native. People shoot them out of the trees and eat them. I tried iguana once, but I was cooking it and I had no fucking idea what to do, and it did not taste very good, and it smelled really bad. Damn it. Frenchman didn't get a medal, but he sure got an honorable mention. And he won't be forgotten, so, you know, that's a W. I feel like, honestly, at this point, when it comes to social media, it's literally more beneficial to just not be forgotten than it is to get a medal. I mean, unless you live in the Philippines where they give you a free home, free colonoscopies for life, and free ramen forever. But otherwise. It's like chicken. I don't know. I think people say that about a lot of exotic meats. Yeah, they don't know what else to compare it to, so they're like, it tastes like chicken. I mean, somewhat, I guess. It smelled, again, it smelled really bad though. Chicken smells good. The iguana was weird. I'd try it if it was from like a restaurant or something, but my experience of cooking it, I, again, had no fucking idea what I was doing. Like, not sure what I was expecting, but dude did, in fact, dick slap that bar. Yep. I assume it hurt. Iguanas, yes. That makes it two, that's illegal. Don't want to be breaking the law in Florida. Seems like a scary place. What up, Actio? What's up, my dude? How you doing? At least the pool apologized. It's good of it. That's something. Wonder what life was like before the internet and self-branding, etc. I mean, I remember it vaguely. Maybe not pre the internet, but pre the whole social media thing. I honestly really miss it. I really do. So exhausted with that stuff if I was an athlete. Yeah, honestly. I mean, I think a lot of them get into it knowing that it's gonna happen, right? So... Hear me out, new Olympic sport, dick slapping iguanas. Maybe if Florida ever hosts the Olympics. That sounds like a very Floridian sport. In that moment, all the straight women and gay men imagine being the pole for a moment. Not really. I don't tend to like overly sexualize things in media. If anything, it honestly like makes me kind of uncomfortable how much things are sexualized, like non-stop sex scenes and everything, and they're like 5 minutes long. I don't understand why. If I could have experienced it as an adult, me too. Florida getting the gold for sure. Nobody else will have any experience, so that makes sense. I was there before the internet. A long, long, long time ago. I know what you mean, Anna. I actually don't talk about sex very much. Yeah, I find it's like... It's way overdone on the internet. And just in general, in TV, movies, all that. I hate cooties. Exactly. You understand. For most people, sex lasts longer than 5 minutes. I don't think that's why. It's all over the place. I mean, the saying of sex sells is kind of it, right? An unpopular opinion with that stuff. I don't care about sexy stuff because I'm not experiencing it, if that makes sense. I mean, even if you are, like, if you're not experiencing it, you don't care, and if you are, then you don't care because you've got it in your life. Either way, it's weird to just watch it in, like, a theater full of people. Most would say 5 minutes is actually very short. I still don't want to watch it in movies and TV shows and shit. Like, porn exists if I want that shit. The dirtiest place in the world is woman's mouth or anybody's mouth. Mouths as a whole are pretty gross. Average sex takes 3 minutes or less is what I've read. Really? That's a lot of men being very... Average median technically across all couples though was 5.4 minutes? Alright, all of those guys suck shit at sex. Like, there's very few satisfied couples in that situation. One side is satisfied, but that's about it. Bonding experience for me and all those other random people in the theater that you never talk to again. I hate how much sexuality is injected into every form of entertainment. I'm not playing games or watching shows to get off, right? Unless you're literally watching shows or playing games to get off. Like, those games and those shows do exist. The fact that it's put into everything is a little strange. It said that they interviewed like 500 couples. Trauma. Let's see if there's like a... Yeah, there's another study here that says this 2020 study assessing the time to orgasm in heterosexual women found that the average was 13.4 minutes. So if the average time, the average, like, couples having sex is 5 minutes, that means that it's just a bunch of men getting off and a bunch of women just being like, well, that was fun, I guess. That's rough. Dude, oof. That is sad as hell. Porn is okay, just kissing. Make jokes, but I mean, I've got a friend where almost everything is a reference to sex and it drives me nuts. That person is probably pretty lonely IRL. That sucks for them. Niece and nephew watch The Boys with their parents. I don't know how the fuck they did that. How old are your niece and nephew? That's what it's been for centuries. Maybe they're not including foreplay? I mean, that is... I would hope not, I guess. How did they even measure it? Takes me longer to set up a stopwatch. I think you need a new stopwatch. That sounds really complicated. What women really like is just being a masturbatory aid and nothing more. Yep. Yep. Female orgasm isn't necessary to have children and is therefore useless. That's what some of the books tell us. For a very long time, it's always been that. There is very little foreplay. This is one of the things where social media and stuff is kind of a benefit, because there's a lot of people in general with, you know, voices and informative channels and stuff like that. God damn it. In their 20s, so they are old enough. Okay, at least they're in their 20s. I was thinking like younger, and that would have been really inappropriate. It said 13.4 minutes. Upcoming generations are more interested in foreplay than past generations. I think the past generations were interested. It was just hard to talk about because a lot of women's wants and needs weren't really discussed that much. But it's becoming more and more of a common discussion nowadays. Why guys should have hang-ups about ties. I'll tie a chick to the ceiling fan if it helps her get where she needs to be. That sounds dangerous, dude! And also like a good way to break your ceiling fan, which sounds like a very costly fix. Like, very costly fix. To a ceiling fan, like, Jesus. I mean, I'm not gonna judge, you do you, but sheesh. Kind of surprised that hasn't been more evolutionary pressure. There hasn't been more evolutionary pressure on female orgasm required for pregnancy. I mean, if it's not required, it's not required, you know? At the same time, it's natural as death, and both of those things need to become more comfortable in our society. That's really it, right? It's just... I don't like the over-sexualization, but at the same time, it literally is just a normal thing that everybody thinks about. Even if they're not, like, into it or something like that, it is just a very normal thing. So, again, this is one of the things that I like about social media. I think there are a lot of conversations had on social media that I'm not really a fan of, but this is one of those things that is discussed more and more and more and more. That makes people more comfortable with it, and I think that is pretty beneficial to society. The internet has ruined all our fragile sensibilities. No more fragility! I think that might be a good thing somewhat. Odd violence is more comfortable to us than sex. Honestly, a good fucking point. Vasectomies should be free for all. I agree. That is something you can, like, it's not a guarantee to be fair, but it is something you can revert to, so. Alright, we're getting this down a little bit more. Showing a woman's bare breast? Nope. Titties! I mean, to be fair, most of, like, the statues and stuff in Italy and whatnot are just, like, naked people. Spoken to men writing women again. How do you feel about a woman doesn't mind dying so much if she knows her body will be preserved? Who wrote that? Bro, the men writing women subreddit is so much fun. You just see into the minds of, like, very, very lonely people. There are so many good posts on that subreddit. And by good, I mean sad and concerning, but also hilarious. It is a fantastic subreddit. Europe had a lot less issues with nudity and sex, but then America got involved with their religion-based bullshit. That's true. Oopsies. It's like in Rome. Rome used to be like really, really, really open-minded with that stuff until religion started making people weird about it. It's okay. We've got social media. We'll go back to the olden days. Again, I just like the idea of people being comfortable with those kinds of discussions. As long as they want to, right? Like, nobody's obviously required to. But, you know, within, you know, whatever is the norm for people and the comfortable levels for people. I have not heard of this movie. Tony, what is this? I have not heard of this. Ooh, an Adam Driver movie. I feel like I haven't seen him in anything that like really stands out. I mean, there was that movie with him and Scarlett Johansson that was pretty good, I guess. But otherwise, I haven't seen him in that much. That can have positive benefits, though. English refused to trade with the Ottomans until they forced their anti-slavery laws. I think it was the Ottomans. I don't know. I'm really ripped right now. I mean, anti-slavery is definitely ideal. So that is, yeah, I mean, the olden days were just, you know, a mess of times, a mess of cultures. We learned a lot. We're a lot better off nowadays, I think, in some ways. It seems like Neo-Roman or something. New Francis Ford Coppola movie. Francis Ford Coppola. What else has he done? I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never watched the Godfather movies. I don't think I've seen Lost in Translation, I guess. I think that's like the only movie from this guy I've seen. I watched Jack way back when. That's pretty much it. Marriage Story, that was it. Only good driver movie I've seen. Yeah, I thought he was fantastic in that, but it's very like real, very real movie. All right, we got this one down. Way more comfortable with nature. Unfortunately, we'll have to get over the part where some people think being comfortable means being comfortable with total perversion, inappropriate jokes, and other things. In both cases, it all comes down to like consent and what people are comfortable with, right? Like that really is it. If people are comfortable with things, go off. If people aren't, then respect that. That's his daughter, Sophia. Lost in Translation, that is. Godfather 1 and 2 are amazing. 3 is an abomination. I've never watched any of them. Jack is the only movie that makes my brother cry. I remember finding that movie really sad, but I don't really remember it. I watched it around when it came out, and it's been a really long time since then. Don't watch mafia films unless they are comedies. I hate that whole culture. So do I, for some reason. I've never really been a big mafia movies person. Like that Irishman movie that came out a couple of years back. I watched it and I was so bored. Literally halfway into the movie, I was like, is this not over yet? I wish this was over. Guy is known for The Godfather, Apocalypse Now, and Bram Stoker's. Oh, I've seen Bram Stoker's Dracula as well, I think. That's the really old black and white one, right? Or... Me neither. I'd never watched the Godfather movies. Just moved down a notch. Yeah, I've never watched them. Again, I don't really like mafia movies. It was just never really my vibe. Mafia culture is disgusting. I hate how glorified it is in the US. Is it glorified in Italy too? I know it's like a sort of Italian mobster thing in the US, so... Casino is absolutely fire. I don't think it is? Okay, it's another one then. That I'm thinking of. Road to Perdition? Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've seen, like there's good mafia movies out there. I'm just not a whole big fan of the genre as a whole, you know? But I don't think they're all bad movies. Came out in the early 90s. Oh, the Gary Oldman. Yes, okay, that one is a really good one too. I have seen that one. I did really like that one as well. The black and white Dracula movie gave me so many nightmares as a kid. I only saw like a brief clip of it, but it was something that just like really burned into my memory as something terrifying. I wonder how long it's gonna take me to get used to playing this game again. It's been so long. Tom Hanks doesn't do bad movies. Fucking true. As an Italian, I don't really think it is, but I can't be sure. I know my family sure doesn't care for it. My mother hates it. I hate it. I don't know anybody who likes it who is Italian unless they were born here and are Guidos. I should go back to Italy and ask them what they think of it. Just a nice excuse to go back to Italy. I'd love to go back to Italy. I miss Italy. I just want to eat their tomatoes again, dude. If you've ever been to Italy and you've tried their like fresh tomatoes, like Jesus H. Christ, those things just fucking hit different. Like mafia cameos in certain movies, like in Lawless. I think I've seen Lawless before. Maybe I haven't? Man, it's like, this is one of the like downfalls of watching so many movies. You kind of lose track of what the fuck you've seen and what you haven't. I had a huge obsession in high school for mafia movies. Read The Godfather book 2 and watched lots of old crime movies from the 30s and 40s. I feel like the 30s and 40s ones must hit a little different. New Mafia game. I think I knew a lot of people growing up who really liked the Mafia vibe. Should go back to Italiana. Though I wouldn't go around asking anybody about the Mafia. Yeah, I guess actually that's a good point. What's up, Guiles? Welcome in, Mr. Garden. I think it's glorified everywhere. Stories are based off of gangsters that made it big. Become the region's folk hero. Yeah, I mean, I'm not... it's kind of like anything. Like, you know, the Yakuza and stuff in Asia and whatnot. Like, it's just... It's they're interesting stories. Like, you can't argue that it's an interesting kind of vibe. It's just not for me. Why I choose to simply not watch movies? None? Ever? Not gonna watch like the Deadpool movie or something? I still haven't actually seen that. I guess I probably should, right? Maybe I'll just watch it online. I don't really like going to theaters anymore. It's such a chore. And the alcohol is so overpriced, and then I have to go to the bathroom halfway through. Can't pause the movie. As long as you realize they are stories and don't reflect reality. Aren't they often based on reality? Fell off Marvel after the Hawkeye TV show? There was a Hawkeye TV show? Honestly, didn't even know that. A lot of gangsters took care of the local communities, though, as it was a way to prevent regular people ratting them out to the law. I think they still do that in other countries often, right? And based on reality doesn't mean they reflect it. Fair point. So many shows even you don't know, and you love Marvel? I don't really love Marvel, to be honest. I want to play Marvel Rivals. But I wouldn't say I love Marvel. I'm tired of Marvel. I was excited for Marvel stuff when Iron Man 1 came out, and then a few years later, I'm just like, this is tired. Like, it just got old really quickly. And I've never really, like, read Marvel comics or anything like that. That shit was from the devil. I wasn't allowed to watch it growing up. A lot of organized crime started as essentially local militias to take care of the local people and protect them. That doesn't make them good people. Oh, I'm so tired. Goddamn. Last Marvel movie I liked was Winter Soldier. I can't remember if I saw that one or not. I think I did. There's like a train fight or something on that movie, right? Or in that movie? What about Marvel Rivals? I mean, that's the one thing I am looking forward to when it comes to Marvel. Marvel Rivals is gonna be fucking poggies. Marvel is getting good again with Deadpool and X-Men and Fantastic Four coming. I'm back on the hype train. I don't think there's any movies I've been genuinely hyped for in a long time. I feel like movies that get put in theaters are really just boring. What was it? Scorsese or whatever that compared them to, what do you call them? Like amusement rides and amusement parks? That genuinely feels like what it is. I don't feel like they're very artistic. They're just entertaining. Summer Soldier is better. You watch an American-made mafia film, even if it's made by an Italian versus an Italian-made mafia film, you'll see two different kinds of movies. I just won't watch them. I can't be bothered with mafia movies, honestly. Watched Deadpool and Wolverine in 4D, and it was the best movie experience I've had in a long time. 4D? Alright, maybe I should go see it in theaters then. I was supposed to go this weekend, but here I am. Yeah, I haven't seen... I think the last time... When was the last time I went to go see a movie in theaters? I went to go see the first Dune movie when it came out. I feel like there was something else more recently, but I can't remember. When the seat rumbles, they spray you with stuff, add smells, etc. Do they actually spray you? I know that we have the theater with the, like, spraying stuff thing, but that's about it. Or, sorry, not the spraying stuff, but the moving seats. We have the moving seats one. Back to someone saying we're far more comfortable with violence than other things and it's stupid. I mean, we also have video games and shit that get really violent. You get misted. I don't know if I'd call it spraying. That sounds annoying, to be honest. I don't want to get misted. I'll take the seat vibrating, but that's about it. It's like the wobbly moving chair thing. Do you feel dog pool? Lick your face. Ugh. Godfather book has a chapter talking about how big Sonny's package is. His wife has to get an operation because of it. None of it is relevant to the story. A whole chapter? That's disgusting. That's weird. That was you. Watched The Hobbit in 4D. It was interesting to know the Shire smells like Febreze. Damn. I'm not surprised, to be fair. The Hobbits seem like very clean people. But Febreze is a choice. Went to a movie where they had moving seats. We pay more, and then I don't remember it being any better. How was that better? Why are people so shit today? They can't even watch a movie. Can't watch a movie in which people talk anymore. I mean, it's just, again, I feel like Scorsese was right when he said that movies are kind of becoming like amusement parks. It's what sells in theaters. Thanks to streaming sites, it's a lot harder, I think, to sell entertainment in theaters and actually make it so the movie is profitable. So they try and make things that are just amusement parky rather than genuine art. So the art will go to streaming sites rather than movie theaters. If you want to watch like a genuinely good movie, you're not going to see it in a theater as often anymore. No hiring 4D face licker. Everyone's desperate for a job, so never in the history of the human race has there been so many options for entertainment. Yeah, it's a little overwhelming. Yeah, that's you. Anime movies and music are made to be profitable rather than people making the art they want to make, regardless of how it might sell. I mean, there is social media and, again, streaming sites for the art stuff, so... Also interesting where small streamers are competing with billion-dollar megacorps for viewer time. I mean, a lot of people don't want to go out, you know, spend hours and tons of money going to see a movie or concert or whatever. I mean, the price of concert tickets and stuff nowadays. Kind of nutty. Heading back to my mom's for dinner. Had a really good time here talking with you guys. Sometimes I don't feel very connected to this community. We had a good talk today and you guys are awesome. Be good to each other. Have a good dinner. Ed, enjoy time with mom. Yeah, I actually canceled my Disney Plus. I don't use it very much. Like, I'll watch some Disney movies here and there, but realistically... I mean, my sister was using it to watch The Simpsons, but that's about it. I like Netflix, honestly. Like, I'm a sucker for reality TV shows. I realize they're garbage, but I find them entertaining, and Netflix has some pretty good ones. Price of basically anything now is bad. Yeah. Again, this is like, I can go see one movie, one time, and it costs, especially if I'm getting drinks and food, it costs literally more than spending for a month's prescription or subscription to Netflix. And Netflix gives me practically endless entertainment. Started watching Chimp Crazy. What's Chimp Crazy? I've not heard of this, King. Ditched Netflix after the Cuties fiasco, losing Marvel, harassing Dave Chappelle, and then ruining The Witcher. I mean, the Cuties thing was something, but I don't know. I feel like they released a lot of interesting things. I don't know what Chimp Crazy is. What is this? Former nurse turned exotic animal broker Tanya Haddix spends her days caring for animals in captivity, referring to herself as the Dolly Parton of chimps. However, her limitless love for one chimpanzee spins into a wild cat and mouse game with authorities and an animal rights group. Through the experiences of Tanya and other chimp moms, Chimp Crazy is a series that reveals the bonds between owners and their highly intelligent great ape pets, as well as the risks to the welfare of the animals themselves. Chimps are terrifying, and these people sound a little nutty. I'll pay $12 a month for my two favorite streamers and not buy the Netflix or Disney sub, even though they're spending millions on their content. I mean, that's kind of the thing, right? Like, whatever you're using more. Twitch is great. Spend for, you know, buy subs for your favorite streamers if that's what you watch. Netflix, whatever the fuck else, HBO. Just, you know, there's a limitless supply of options. You don't have to subscribe to everything. You don't have to pay for everything. You get options. It's nice. That you spend millions on your content? Probably not. If I do, then I am definitely not spending it properly. Nutty indeed. We watched the first 10 minutes and had to pause it. We were not ready for the nuttiness. I'm assuming the majority of these women are American. This sounds like crazy Americans. Went to play some matches myself. How'd your matches go? I'm just still practicing combos and remembering how to press buttons. I believe so, yes. Shocking. I feel like animal rights laws are just more strict in a lot of different countries where they're not in the US. Bear in Italy? What happened with a bear in Italy? No, we're talking about chimpanzees in the US and chimpanzee moms, which I did not know was a thing until today. Worrying. Are people owning bears in Italy now too? Why do people just think they can bear mauled a guy in northern Italy and they killed the bear? I think that's a fairly common thing because once they interact with people, they get more comfortable with that kind of thing, or at least that's what I read online. And they're worried that they'll, you know, once they've attacked one person, they won't be as afraid of them anymore and they'll attack more. Which sucks, but at the same time, you know, you don't want people to be dying and stuff. The guy even survived. He still got attacked though. The bear has now experienced attacking a human being, so the less fear they're experiencing is worrying for people. One point a lady was breastfeeding her baby on one booba and her adopted chimpanzee on the other. That person should be sent to a psych ward and her child should be taken away from her. That is literally endangering the shit out of your child. What the fuck? That's so fucked up. That's disgusting also. Almost every state is different in the US and where you are in that state. That's a good point, yeah. There should be federal laws that stop you from doing weird crap like that. Chimps can maul and eat young kids. Yeah, they're animals. And they're pretty scary. What was that movie that came out somewhat recently? And there was like a whole scene, it was like a TV show or something like that, and there was a scene where this chimpanzee kind of loses it and mauls a bunch of people. It was a pretty big movie, I think. I can't remember what it was, but there wasn't supposed to be there, like they got out of their zone. Was it a, was it like a zoo or something? No, it wasn't Planet of the Apes. It wasn't Cocaine Bear. It was recent. It was... It was not Planet of the Apes. It was literally like... Oh, I can't remember what it was at all. My gym partner. It wasn't a zoo, it was in the wilds, but apparently bears aren't supposed to get close to where the roads are and stuff. I mean, I think for the most part, they know to stay away from people. That's the thing, right? Like, when they know to stay away from people, people feel safer. But as soon as they start getting used to being around people, it can get really dangerous. Oh, it was Nope. It was Nope. It was literally Nope, the movie Nope. The horror movie. Or I guess thriller? I don't know what you would call it exactly. The Jordan Peele movie. Yeah. There's an ape in that movie. There's like a whole scene with... Or sorry, not ape, chimpanzee. As like a TV show character or something like that. And it ends up like killing a bunch of people. That was the alien one, yeah. Such a good movie. That was a really creepy scene. That whole movie was fantastic. I need to watch more of that guy's movies. Just 3? Get Out, Nope, and one other. I haven't seen Get Out either. What's the other one? I know he came out with another one. Nope, Get Out, Us. That was it, yeah. He has Monkey Man as well, which I guess is coming out this year, if it hasn't already. April 5th. So here's another one that came out this year called Monkey Man. Is it another... Oh, he's a producer on it. Dev Patel was the director. How's your fast talking ass doing? I'm doing alright, I'm doing alright. Still talking quickly and all that jazz. It's been a long time since I played Street Fighter, so I just wanted to... I was sort of... I guess prioritizing my mental well-being over playing Street Fighter lately, but...
Bison's LV3 is weak sauce in this game. Make it on par with his Alha 3 version. PSY crush you are.
Alha 3? Thank you for the biddies, Misatsu. I appreciate it. 1 second. Where... He's trying to produce us get out. Nope. Sounds confusing. Alpha. Okay. I was gonna say I don't know what an alha is. I've been watching a lot of Gus playing Bison, but I haven't, like, again, since I haven't played Street Fighter in so long, it's like, it doesn't really make any sense to me lately. Does Gus only play Street Fighter? I mean, he plays a lot of other games, he just doesn't stream them. He only plays Street Fighter on stream. Like, we played a bunch of Marvel Rivals, but again, he doesn't stream any of the games he plays otherwise. Ooh. Oh my god, I took extra caffeine today to try and wake myself up, and it has done nothing for me. I just have to hold down back to get the Psycho Crusher. It wants me to do Psycho Crusher, right? Okay. I mean, he streamed a bunch of 2xKO, to be honest, too. He was playing with iPeru, his friend from Utah. Yeah, he was playing with iPeru. He was getting really frustrated, though. It was funny. I mean, it was a little unfortunate, but it was pretty fucking funny watching. It was entertaining. Because, like... iPeru apparently doesn't spend that much time in training mode, whereas Gus will spend a lot of time in training mode trying to get, like, the, you know, intricacies of characters down, combos down, yada yada yada. iPeru just kind of, you know, he gets good by playing, so Gus was getting frustrated. He was like, you have to go into fucking training mode and practice some shit, and iPeru was like, nope. We go on vibes. Take pre-workout to wake up, but don't be like me. I feel like when I take in pre-workout, it makes me, like, itchy and jittery, but it also does help with the whole... feeling more awake. Like Street Fighter 6, but it seems like such a time sink for ranked play. I mean, it just depends on whether... I want to try and just take this game as, like, a casual game. I don't know if it's possible, really. But, like, there's gotta be... I mean, there's obviously a group of people who don't play this game seriously, right? Like, there's... Yeah, there's a bunch of Masters players, but that's not the majority. The majority is, like, you know, plat goldish. So I want to be okay with just playing casually, hopping into... the battle hub or doing, you know, viewer lobbies with you guys and just chilling. The whole charge thing is gonna fucking... Street Fighter was never really a casual game, to be honest. It's just so boring when you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you can know what you're doing and still play it casually, though. Don't you think? Beta alanine that causes the itchy sensation? Yeah, I don't like the itchy sensation. It's weird. Barely do Akuma or Marissa. Yeah, I've never tried a charge character before. Damn it, it doesn't want me to do that. Really hard to compete casually, and you have to be okay with getting your ass kicked. Yeah. That's all I have to get used to, right? Like, just losing. I just have to be okay with just losing. It's fine, it's not a big deal. If something cool happens, it's gonna be rare that you'll get bored in no time. Again, that's why I just want to, like, enjoy playing with you guys, rather than giving a shit about winning or losing. I get peer pressured. Street Fighter 6 is my first fighting game. I've seen no guides or whatever. There's a ton of stuff I don't understand, but I got Diamond this weekend, and I'm super proud of my improvement. Hell yeah, Strider. I'm proud of you. Yeet 'em! Yeah, I mean, I did like... I played so few ranked games on Marissa. And I think I did pretty well considering how few ranked games I played. I just want to, you know, just play with you guys. Because I feel like a lot of my community plays Street Fighter. And you're not all fucking, you know, master level players. And that's okay. Okay, fuck this one. I hate the jumping ones. People are just good gamers, I think. You might be one. Honestly, realistically, when I play video games, I'm... like... not to toot my own horn or anything, because I'm like the least fucking confident person you'll ever meet, but I'm pretty good at video games if I just casually play them. I still want to win. So, as long as I just play, I'll get to a point where I don't suck. I just have to play. Hello, Bat Blood.
100. Fight me.
Is your favorite player in the house?
Me.
Not really new, but I haven't played in over a year. Thank you for the biddies, Visatsu. Soon. I'm hard stuck iron, but I play at master's level. Trust? Oh, of course. Yeah, no, definitely. I get ranked anxiety as well. That was the one thing that kind of demotivated me from playing ranked, is like I felt like I should be ranking up consistently, and realistically I did. I just don't want to... I think I was in the wrong mindset at the time. Like, Street Fighter had just come out, everyone was playing it. Oh, you're new to Street Fighter. Oh, congratulations then, Bat. Who are you playing? But yeah, I feel like I was in the wrong mindset when I was playing Street Fighter when it first came out. Or Street Fighter 6 when it first came out. Like, I had this idea that I was going to be really good, and then I don't know, I think it took away from the fun for me. It was kind of how Overwatch was back in the day for me. I had fun playing it casually, and then I started taking it seriously, and I got frustrated from the taking it seriously part. So I need to like not take it seriously to have fun. And then if I get good, it'll just be because I just, you know, I can watch guides, I can review things and stuff like that, but I don't necessarily want to just like look at myself in a month from now and be like, why am I not masters? I suck, this sucks. Why am I bothering, right? Like, I just, gradual growth, just chill, have fun. No matter how hard you try, you just don't have the ability to compete at a world level. Yeah. You just gotta be, and I mean, to be fair as well, a lot of Street Fighter streamers are all like really top-notch players. Like, the majority of them are really top-notch players, so it's hard to like, with other games, you have a lot of content creators who are just casuals, and they're fun to watch, but they're not doing well. And this game is very different. You don't really see that many people who aren't doing well when they stream. They're all fucking legends, so... or masters players or whatever. Trying to narrow it down right now. I'm between Jamie, Juri, Cammy, Kimberly, and Chun-Li. Cammy's a bitch, and you'll make a lot of people mad. Backflip hates Cammy, so... If I was gonna choose one of those for you, I'd say Cammy or Kimberly. It also kind of depends how you play. Like, if you're really, like, aggressive and stuff, Kimberly can be a headache. But Cammy's really annoying too. That's a real trick, Anna. Two ends. You, like all of us, will never stop sucking. You just need to learn how to have fun as someone who sucks. Exactly. Exactly. Same with games. Some people just have the reaction, etc. to compete at a top level. Yeah. And it's not just... I feel like this game isn't so much... like, it's reaction. But I think a lot of it is literally, like, knowledge. Game knowledge is what really wins you games and stuff. Is predicting what the opponent is going to do. And to be able to predict things, you need to know everything, or the majority of what their options are, and how that player plays, and be able to sort of understand and adapt to them in the moment, yada yada yada. And that's a lot to expect from someone who's, you know, new to a game. So I just have to accept that I can just fucking chill and have fun. Suddenly in Street Fighter 6 I could anti-air, like, no problem. Just all the anti-airs. Hi, Fawn. How you doing? Wonder, is it possible for some people to reach Diamond if they really, really tried? Maybe? I don't know. I don't think so. Highest ever gotten ranked was Plat in Overwatch back in the day. I mean, I think really it comes down to, like, adaptability and playtime, right? You don't necessarily have to sit in training mode or watch guides. I never did with Overwatch. I just played. But the more you play, the more knowledge you have. But you have to be able to have fun playing. And have fun understanding what other people could be doing better, what you could be doing better, understanding what they're doing versus what you're doing. And since it's solo in fighting games, it's even more difficult. I'm pretty aggressive, but I like being able to mix up my strategy when needed, as well as use mix-ups if possible. Cammy or Kimberly are good in that situation then. You should try Akuma. He's great at pressure, but has tools to function from any range or position. Great for switching up the approach. Backflip isn't wrong. Really good. How you doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. tired as heck today and thought that was a good time to play Street Fighter, apparently. Felt like that when I played Paladins. I liked when I could foresee and stuff in that game. Yeah, it's like... game knowledge and adaptability is really important. I think that's the big thing with fighting games the most, is like game knowledge. Again, if you don't know what your opponent could do, how are you going to be able to react to what they're doing? Oh, my neck hurts. Been on Tekken 8 for a while and a little time on Grand Blue Rising before that. I don't have access to DLC. You can train against the DLC characters without owning them, right? Fundamentals in any game is probably the most important. Yeah, which all comes down to like time played. You're a gamer, the most oppressed race of people. It's what you do. The grind never stops. Oh yeah, so oppressed. I'll close this controller thing now since we figured out what the hell was wrong with my controller earlier. I.e., I'm an idiot. I can't believe that fucking happened earlier with my controller. Literally just a fucking button that I had to switch off and on. The grind never stops is my Tinder name. I believe in you. You'll find the nicest French lady. That when you move to Vegas, she might be very sad. Does he say squirm? Ray dry humping? That's the spirit. Used to basic combos like 1-1-2 or something like that, rather than mostly using the special moves and a few basic inputs alongside it. It's taking a lot of getting used to. I mean, depending on how committed you are. I mean, obviously there's like an endless supply of YouTube videos. There's also, at least for like I mean, I'd say for most characters, there are streamers you can go to ask for recommendations, tips, and tricks. For the most part, I think they're pretty open-minded to helping people. Also joining Discords and stuff, so if you find, for example, when I started playing this game with Marissa, I joined a Marissa Discord, and that had such an insane amount of just YouTube video content or fucking Google Drive documents and stuff for how to learn the character. There is so much stuff online once you kind of figure out where you might be being held back by your own abilities, things that you can learn. And there's also people who do coachings and stuff if you want them. So you can pay somebody like 50 bucks or something to spend an hour with them and they give you tips. And I've heard from people who have done those coachings that they're a huge help when they kind of hit a wall. Because sometimes you just need someone to point out what you're fucking up, and the people who have a lot of experience will be able to tell. I don't do French ladies. I need that green card wedding. Time to go back to Vegas. Get some coaching once for HOTS. It was pretty helpful. Yeah, I've heard really good things about people getting coaching in this game. I mean, I might be biased as fuck kind of promoting the coaching thing, but waiting on Anna to coach me. Give me like 2 years to be good enough. At this point, it'd be two idiots telling each other exactly what not to do, thinking that it's what they should do, and then we would both lose at everything. I do coaching for 75 cents. You just gotta figure out how to use the stick first. Yay, looks like I'm going for Korean barbecue later.
Get shit on! Get shit on! Get shit on! Your ass! Your ass!
Not even gonna deny that.
Shut the fuck up!
Thanks, boo-boo. And ours coaching is priceless. You cannot put a value on it. I feel like it'd be pretty toxic too. What's up, Famish? Eat about 24 blue crabs. Like the animal? I've had crab cakes before, but I've honestly never really eaten crabs otherwise. I've never really... My sister had these, I think in Vegas a couple years ago. It was Vegas or LA or something like that. She had these, soft shell crabs. Like, you just eat the whole shell and everything, and she said they were amazing. I've never tried them before, but she said they were really, really good. I want to try those. Clip is from the alternate timeline where the kid beat Jay Wong in Mortal Kombat. He got his revenge. I'm so happy to hear it. He deserves it. Welcome to the real world. He experienced it. He overcame. Full crabs, cracked open the shells and dug into that delicious meat. I've literally never experienced the... I want to try a, what do you call them? The like southern crab boils or whatever the fuck they're called. Where they like have essentially like a garbage bin and they fill it with corn and potatoes and like just a bunch of like fucking, I don't know, lobsters and crawfish and crabs and fucking everything else, and then they add in a bunch of seasoning and then they boil that shit and then they just pour it out on a table. Crawfish boil. Yeah, I think that's it. Clam bake? I don't know. Maybe clams are involved too? Those look so good. Like, the pictures I've seen online, every single time I see them, I'm just like, fuck, that looks so good. I want to try it, but I feel like if I try... there's one place that has them here, but I feel like it would probably not be all that authentic having the, crab boil or whatever it's called in Ottawa. In Canada, all the way up north. I feel like it's not going to be that good. Is it called gumbo? I thought gumbo was something else. I swear gumbo was something else. Gumbo. Yeah, gumbo's like a stew of some sort. Still looks delicious. Fuck, I'm getting hungry. It's only 4:30. When did my sister make a reservation for KBBQ? I must know. Everything is gumbo? Oh, okay, just everything from down south is a gumbo. I was born in Maryland, so it's called a clam bake in the Northeast. Ah. There must be... I've never gone down south in the US. I guess Vegas, technically, but that's different. How does gumbo differ from a soup? Is it thicker? It looks thicker, I think. I'd say more stewy, right? Looks more stewy. I don't know when something becomes a stew versus a soup. Maybe when it has way more stuff in it? I don't know. I'm not a professional. I just eat the stuff that people put in front of me, and if it tastes good, I will continue doing so. Gumbo is a delicious tomato-based stew with a variety of meats and seafood depending on what you want to put in it. Usually served with white rice. It sounds fucking delicious. Arrogant fool! At least I don't have to make my own Bipson emotes. I can just use all of Gus's emotes that I have made him. So they're technically mine. Meat has arrived now. I just need beer. Beer. Actually, let's watch the example first so I know what I'm doing. Arrogant fool. Stew is generally a bit heavier and a little thicker than a regular soup. No escape. I love a good stew. I don't make... Well, I guess technically I make stew pretty frequently. Kimchi jjigae stew. I'm gonna have Korean barbecue tonight, so I don't have to be too jealous. Though I don't know when my sister made the reservation, so I'm probably gonna have to eat something beforehand. My sister's been waking up heckin' late lately, and she's going for pho before Korean barbecue. I only had a bagel today. Do I have anything else to eat? I might just have to eat another bagel. So many carbs. My breakfast was a 1 Taco Bell taco. Aren't those things really small? I feel like that might be enough to fill me up, but... No Jack in the Box taco? Are those ones smaller? We don't have Jack in the Box here. Craving bagels lately? There's this really amazing bagel place here. They're honestly a little overpriced considering the bagels are really small, but they taste... Montreal style bagels are... Oh my god, they're so good. Like, it's hard to describe, but Montreal style bagels hit. Rip Street chalupas? We've never had those before. Canada isn't really big on the street food stuff outside of Poutine in the middle of the cold in winter. I went light because I knew I was gonna pick out for lunch. That's fair. Open up the stomach and just like save room for $400 worth of meat. I am from Canada, yes. I am from the capital of Canada. That was Taco Bell's newest item. And it's already gone? Is it really a street chalupa if it's not being served on the street? If it's not street, then it's not street. No? You would think, right? Legally? Taco Bell's naked chicken chalupa was amazing. Naked? I wonder if we even... I think we still have a Taco Bell in Ottawa. Taco Bell, Ottawa. Do we? Oh, we do. We have a few. So I live like... There's like a line. There's literally a straight line across Ottawa where the Taco Bells are, and not a single one of them is near me. We have 4 Taco Bells on the opposite side of the city from me. So I'd literally never fucking get Taco Bell. Why don't they put one near me? Be the closest thing to Mexican food I could get. A chalupa that had a breaded chicken breast instead of a taco shell. That doesn't sound bad. From next door to US's capital, Baltimore and Washington, DC are practically sister cities because they are so close. I've actually been to Baltimore once. I quite liked it. I thought it was a really pretty place. I don't remember too much from it. I was only there a couple of days, but I liked it. Thought the downtown area was really nice. I do bookkeeping on the side for some of my clients, and people are really dumb when it comes to finances. I get irritated by stupidity sometimes. I mean, most people I know aren't really all that well versed in finances, myself included, honestly. Like, my family never, again, I think I've mentioned this a few times on my stream, but my family never talked about finances growing up. My mom did a little bit, but the rest of my family just, like, it was weirdly hush-hush. Nobody ever talked about money, which realistically is a very bad habit. You should teach your kids young about financial sensibility, but it was just never discussed. Are you a Taco Bell fan? I've honestly only ever had Taco Bell like once, so I don't know. I've got one Taco Bell here this year, and it's on the other side of the town too. How dare they? We will suffer together without Taco Bell. Scary. The Inner Harbor and downtown Baltimore are pretty touristy areas. Yeah, it gave me like really like modern touristy vibes. I thought it was really nice looking. A lot of Taco Bells near me because there's a high Mexican population. It's important that they have access to the food of their homeland. Ah yes, Taco Bell, the most classic of Mexican foods. Truly peak Mexican. Lucky them. What would they do without it? I would think they're just making their own at home, you know? Damn it. Press once. Damn, I'm definitely getting a little hungry though. I need to know when the reservation is. She's probably out eating right now, I guess, so she's not gonna respond to me. I will just suffer. Yeah, I'm using an arcade stick. I have this stick. I kind of wish, so I bought this arcade stick, and it has, is it like 24mm buttons or something like that, rather than the normal 30mm buttons, because I have really small hands, so... I have a Razer Panthera, but the 30mm buttons are too big. I literally can't reach Drive Rush and Drive Impact buttons. I kind of wish... I mean, I guess it's probably hard to buy... Like, does Punk Workshop make sticks as well as leverless? Because I want the extra buttons for DIing and stuff, but I can't use... I don't like using leverless. They only make leverless? Damn. I want a stick, but I want the extra buttons. I already, like, I paid $500 fucking dollars for this stick. I don't want to spend more money on a stick, though. $500 was enough. I'll just get used to pressing DI with my tiny little pinky. So you're not well versed, but tell me what you think about this. Client is late on credit card. Has had the card for a few years now. So they didn't know when to make the payment. Literally same day each month. Okay, yeah, that's just ignorant. I mean, not even ignorance. That's just neglecting the obvious. Like there's, I mean, I would assume as well you can set up reminders. So if you are a forgetful person, have it remind you. I have reminders for bills. So if I forget, I get a reminder. It's like, hey, you didn't pay this thing you're supposed to pay. So then I pay it if I forgot. Or if I was just, I saw the first reminder and, you know, decided not to do it at that moment and then, you know, just grow an extra finger. Good advice. Yeah, I'll just get, that would actually be so useful. There are some people who have extra fingers, right? They should play Street Fighter. I have the leverless version of that. It's nice. Plus I supported a local business. Yeah, I like this stick. And again, I like the buttons. They're small. It's convenient. I like how it looks. I like the, because I have a, I have this like chalk marker thingy, so I can literally write on the stick sometimes, which was useful when I was playing 2XKO and stuff because the button layout was weird, so I literally just wrote reminders on my stick. It was great. Extra reminder mid-month in case I was busy and forgot to pay when I was meant to. Exactly. That's literally me with my internet bill. I keep forgetting to pay it, and they're just like, hey, idiot, pay the thing. And then I forget to pay it, and they're like, hey, idiot, again, pay the thing. And then I do that. It's great. Our brains work the same? Yaw. We will do this. I use leverless. I used to play Guilty Gear and my thumbs were in so much pain from those inputs. Actually looking up arcade sticks when I saw a video about leverless controllers. I've been hooked ever since. It's so easy on my hands and wrists that you wouldn't believe. I did try leverless for a short while, though at the same time when I was using leverless, I was using classic controls. So maybe using leverless with modern would be a little easier. I also noticed that like when I was playing 2XKO, I was getting essentially like a bruise on the side of my wrist from just having my hand down on the stick too long. It's like my thumb is okay because of the way I hold the stick. I hold it like this, so my thumb isn't really, I'm using like my fingers to move the stick, but my wrist ends up hurting after a while. My internet slows down when I forget to pay, that's my reminder. I've never gotten that forgetful. I think it would take like 2 months of me not paying for that to happen. And I haven't gotten there yet. I have everything set to autopay. I usually don't check my account ever. It only, like I use my credit card to pay and it only has the option to autopay if I use my bank account. And I mean, realistically, I could just set it up with my bank account. It would probably be easier in the long run. But I haven't gotten around to doing that because it's like extra steps. So I just pay it with my credit card every month rather than going the extra steps to set it up for one time and then never set it up again. I'm stubborn. Okay, let me hear the timing again. I feel like hearing timing helps. Oh, I'm doing forward medium and not down medium. Ah. Or I'm doing neutral medium? Ah, that's what I was fucking up. Another problem I had is the classic leverless layout is really confusing. Eventually I found out about the Mixbox layout. That's what I am now. Those that don't know, Mixbox is WASD style layout, just like on a keyboard. That would be interesting. Wonder how I would feel trying that. I haven't really tried using keyboard. Trying both at the same time. I could technically play like keyboard and stick at the same time. That'd be really fucking confusing though. Be hard to bookkeep for people if my own finances aren't in order. Yeah, I mean, that would just be overwhelming as fuck. Plus, it wouldn't really make much sense, you know? If you're bookkeeping, but you can't even handle your own stuff. Oh, 1 second.
Your nightmare will be never ending. Now, fight!
I had problems with it for a bit, but it helps to think of up as the spacebar for jump. Yeah, the whole WASD layout seems weird. I'm just so used to stick from growing up at the arcades. Like, just so used to stick. I do wish I had an octo gate, though. This only came in quad gate, and I, like, especially when I was playing 2XKO, I really wish I had an octo gate. Because there's so many times where I needed to be, like, directly down with something that's so directionally focused. I really felt like an octo gate would have been really useful. Done with the gym for the day, putting the fun back in functional strength. It's positive thinking, Mighty. What's up, Injustice? I was pressing the wrong direction and now I gotta get used to the timing again. Monsieur Bipson? Yes. Monsieur Bipson. Modern. Because I can't be bothered to learn Classic still. Despite the fact that I essentially started with Classic, Modern is easier. I'm not trying to be a pro or anything, so that 20% reduction isn't a big deal. Much difference when playing a charge character? I've literally never played a charge character before, honestly, so I do not know. I don't think so. I assume not. How quickly does that have to come out? After Z bounce. Yeah, this is like the first time I ever have tried a charge character. I played a little bit of Guile very, very, very briefly when I was still playing Street Fighter 6 earlier last year, but it did not last long. Same with Blanca. I tried a little bit and just did not last long. Blanca's a bit chargy, right? Never really got to go to arcades because going out a lot in Baltimore was not advised, so I grew up with a pad controller instead of arcade-style controllers. As for leverless, my current one is pretty much the gold standard for entry-level leverless because it feels really good in the hands. Also, really inexpensive to most other controllers. Yeah, I mean, I was lucky. I used to go to Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments that were at the local downtown university here, and in the basement of the university there was an arcade. And my dad used to take my sister and I to the Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments because he enjoyed playing Yu-Gi-Oh with us as well. So that was essentially how I was introduced to, like, back in the day it was Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Third Strike that were the really popular games. And CVS, I guess. But it was like long, long, long ago. I only ever used controller sticks a little bit. I never really grew up using controllers and stuff. And leverless feels really strange to me. I didn't hate it though. I feel like it really does work with this game well. Yeah, my dad's was a big nerd. Still is, I guess, a little bit. Haven't gotten him to play video games in a while though. Yeah, it was fun playing Yu-Gi-Oh back in the day. I swore off card games though after Yu-Gi-Oh. I feel like we spent so much money and so much time playing Yu-Gi-Oh, it just like, I think it got a little overwhelming. And I just, after that, I was like, that's nice. I'm not doing this anymore to myself. Though the, what's it called? Dual Links, I think it was. There was like a Steam Yu-Gi-Oh thing, Duel Links. I tried that once and it seemed fun. I still couldn't bring myself to do it though. I feel like if I'm not playing old school Yu-Gi-Oh as well, I just don't really like, there's so many new cards, so much new stuff, and I don't really like it. I liked the old stuff. Yu-Gi-Oh and a lot of other TCG have gotten really expensive. My best friend still plays Magic the Gathering, and he's tried to convince me to play it before, and I'm like, no, dude. No. Like, for one, I don't really want to go to local stuff. I don't really like going out that much. So, that isn't motivating to me, and on top of it, the cost. So, Serenity understands. Yeah, card games are expensive. I mean, if you have a group of friends who are doing it regularly and that's kind of your thing, then it's great, but I don't really want to do the local thing. Have to read paragraphs on the cards now? Yep. I'm old. My eyes hurt. I don't want to read those paragraphs. It's too much. I mean, you always did have to read paragraphs. I still remember there was a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards that had really long paragraphs of content too. Never forget two guys fighting outside of the arcade over Marvel vs. Capcom, but they were nerds, so by fight I mean they wrestled outside while they grunted and yelled, "Get off me," one sat on the other. No, you're supposed to money match. Like if shit talking is a thing and you're gonna get violent, you money match each other. You put your money where your mouth is rather than getting like physically violent. That's embarrassing. Just money match each other like normal nerds. Stopped at the beginning of Synchro. It got out of hand. What's Synchro? Is that like a magic type or something? Or maybe it's a Yu-Gi-Oh thing? Synchro monsters. What the ever-living fuck is a synchro monster? What the hell is this? Properly special summoned synchro monsters must first be synchro summoned. If they leave the extra deck without being... What is a synchro summon? This is new. What the frick? Is this act of special summoning a synchro monster from the extra deck using a tuner monster with additional non-tuner monsters. What the... I've never heard of that before. See, this is why I would only play like the old school Yu-Gi-Oh! What even is a synchro? What? Like, I've never heard of that before. I'm very glad that I got away from Yu-Gi-Oh! It was already complicated enough. There were enough cards. Making a deck was frustrating. You only had so many options for cards that you could have in your deck and shit. Like, synchro. Damn. Funny video about old school versus new school Yu-Gi-Oh! I swear to God, almost down to the word. It happened to me. I was like, that happened to me. XYZ, but synchro is where I started falling off to. Yeah, I'd never even heard of it. When did I stop? Yu-Gi-Oh! Wonder what, like, year I stopped. I was pretty young. It was when the arcade shut down, so I guess around 2007? 2009? Between 2007 and 2009-ish was when I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! So... God, that makes me feel old. I've always appreciated about you. When you don't know something, you Google it right then and there, whenever you can. The info's all over the place and people sometimes refuse to get the info. I want to understand things. You know, I've never heard of a synchro before and I'm like, what? I mean, I could ask you guys too, but it's easy enough to just Google it and understand myself and then I can ask further questions. Order of set release. What was it? 2007. What was my favorite deck? I remember the Chaos decks were my favorite. Those were the ones I played a lot when I was younger. I had a really good like Chaos deck. The Chaos Emperor Dragon and all that jazz. It was fun. Got out during the Fusion era, which if you ask me was the best era. Yeah, that was it. I liked the Fusion shit. GX era. GX Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh yeah, that sounds about right. When they changed the Yugi main character from Yugi to whatever the brown-haired kid was. Yeah. That sounds about right. I used to watch the show and that's what got us into Yu-Gi-Oh! My sister also, she had a friend in high school who went to the card shop where they played Yu-Gi-Oh! And that was kind of what started my whole nerd journey. Before that, we still played video games, but it was nothing like social. So I would have never gotten into fighting games without my sister playing Yu-Gi-Oh! A banish burn deck. Basically, it stalled the opponent out while banishing all of our cards. Then I burned the hell out of them with DD Dynamite. My dad had almost the exact same type of deck. He had like a really annoying burn deck. Like a stall deck, actually. Stall deck burn deck. He had, what was it? I think it was called Spirit Reaper. He had a lot of Spirit Reapers and shit in his deck, and people would get so frustrated. I think that's the one where if you attacked it, it would just, like, flip over. It had a lot of defense, yada, yada, yada. It was really fucking funny. People hated playing against my dad. He was, like, he had a stall deck on top of having, like, a stall playstyle where he would just take forever to read things, forever to, like, do his next move. It was really fun watching people play against my dad. They would just be like, what the fuck? Like, end. Please end. I want to play the game. And it's like, it was almost like a strategy to tilt them. It was funny. My last Yugi match was when I was playing a Gravekeeper deck for fun, and the opponent synchroed a monster that could stop all spells just by removing a card from the top deck. That sounds overpowered. What the hell? That sounds annoying. I loved Chaos. Yeah, Chaos was fun. I think we still have some of our old cards, but not as many as I would like. Like, my Chaos Emperor Dragon and Chaos Emperor Soldier are gone forever. I think my dad sold them on eBay or something. Took a little nap. Did you get your controller working? I did! Bro, there was literally this little, like, notch at the top of the stick right here. It's literally just a little button you can flip on and off, and that was what was wrong. At some point or another, I must have flipped it off. Or maybe it was my cat. I don't know. Hello, Randy. What's up, my dude? Yeah, I thought my stick was fucking broken or something, or the game was broken. Nope, it was something obvious to fix. I still kept all my cards. I'm jealous. I think my dad just got a hold of them at one point. My sister and I were planning to keep them, and then my dad just, to be fair, he was essentially the one who bought them all, so I guess he had the choice to do what he wanted with them. He was the one paying for our childhood enjoyment of Yu-Gi-Oh! Flip the switch to break everything, right? Why? I mean, I'm assuming it has a purpose, but I kind of completely forgot about it. A lot of modern decks are like that. I kid you not, the guy took so long with his turn that I dozed off in my chair, and when I woke back up, the dude had summoned enough monsters to wipe me out on his first turn. Damn. That's the gamer right there. It's a solid deck. That sounds really unfair, though. It's like getting Exodia in your hand the first turn. I was like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? That's not fair. Here. Brain. Oh my god. When you start doing things and it's just like you're not even thinking about it because you just did it too many times. You kids in your pokey Yu-Gi-Ohs? Pokey Yu-Gi-Ohs indeed. Back to your Street Fighter 6? Yes. I mean, I've been meaning to play it. Like, I went through some shit earlier in this year that was just making it really difficult to, like, play anything that stressed me out too much. And I do think that fighting games are really stressful. But I've continued to watch Street Fighter despite the fact that I didn't play it anymore. And I've really wanted to keep playing it. I didn't have, like, the mental capacity to spend all the time learning it that I feel like you kind of need to play these games, so I'm kind of feeling like maybe I'm back there now. Okay, a little faster. Retired from fighting games like 10 years ago for that reason. Yeah, I feel like you really have to be... Like, a lot of people I know who play fighting games, they pretty much don't play very much else. Like, everything else is like a side game they'll play 1 or 2 hours a week, but past that, it's all fighting games. So, I feel like... I mean, again, I don't really plan on, like, diving back heavily into fighting games or anything. Like, when I streamed this game originally, it was all I streamed. I didn't touch anything else. But I'm just gonna keep mixing it up. Maybe a little bit more Street Fighter. A couple times a week with Street Fighter. I want to obviously play more Elden Ring, play more Diablo. Probably suffer through more Overwatch. Maybe. I don't know. Having a really tough time with Tekken lately, to the point where I actually was actually starting to get depressed, so I figured I'd give Street Fighter 6 a try. I completely forgot that I had pre-ordered the digital version a while ago. I tried Tekken briefly, and it felt really overwhelming. The amount of buttons and shit in that game, the amount of moves, I felt completely overwhelmed. I wanted to try it, and then it really felt like it was either Tekken or Street Fighter. And I decided, like, Street Fighter just has my interest more. Hopefully you like it, Bat. Hopefully it can kind of give you the satisfaction of playing a fighting game without the depression. I think one of the last ones I invested in was one of the Soul Calibur games, so it may have been more than 10 years ago. I miss Soul Calibur. I loved Soul Calibur. Again, that was the only game I really played at the arcade, because everyone else played all the other fighting games and were too good. So if I put my quarter down, I wouldn't have gotten to play anything. It would have just been me putting down my quarter, getting absolutely stomped by like a Yun or a Yang or a fucking Urien or a Chun-Li or a Ken or whatever, or Makoto in Third Strike, crying, and then walking away because I didn't even get to press a button. So realistically, it was Soul Calibur and like Tekken were the only games that people didn't play, and I liked Soul Calibur. I just mashed like a lunatic. I just like, this was like the movement and just like pressing all of the buttons like a crazy person. Sometimes I got Ivy's super out and it looked really cool, or ultimate or whatever the fuck you called it in Soul Calibur. It was rare. I understand why they had to fix the cabinet so frequently at the arcade, because we just mashed like lunatics. Wiggle the stick around, have no idea what you're doing, pray to God something comes out. I was also like 12 years old, so I haven't played a non-fighting game in years. See, you really gotta like dedicate your time. Getting back into it is a struggle too, because like trying to actually remember the movements and stuff and just combo consistency and all that is strange. Combos that can take away like half your HP because they never end. It sounds so stressful. It's like playing XVSF and just getting what do you call them, infinites. But infinites are a lot easier. It's just like, I mean, Storm was just spamming one button and shit. I mean, maybe not easy. I feel like execution back then was really strict. I don't even have the extra colors. I don't have any of the extra colors on this either. I don't know how to get them. I kind of forget. I thought I bought them, but I didn't, and I don't really want to spend more money on Bipson until I've decided whether or not I really want to play this game again. You should have sat on them. Bro, I was like 100 pounds. That would have accomplished literally nothing, and they probably would have just laughed at me further. I was literally like 100 pounds at the time. I'm like 110 pounds now, so I wasn't exactly, you know, intimidating. I want the extra colors though. I don't even know what other colors this skin has. They're probably not all that nice anyways. The skin is kind of, the colors are kind of icky. It just looks cool. Still remember when I saw the trailer for this character and I literally thought it was Sagat for a second. Still sad. And for your fighting game main, it's good to play other stuff so you don't get burned out. Very, very important. I mean, I think that kind of is a thing for just about any game, honestly. I think it's a little easier to get burnt out from fighting games because they are so stressful and it is so dependent on your gameplay alone. But just with anything, it's important to have, you know, things you do casually on the side that you have fun with so you don't get burnt out. Since when is 5'2", 110-pound Canadian woman not intimidating? Always? I mean, it depends on the woman. I don't think I give off intimidating vibes that much. For the double forward cancel or the macro? I honestly forget what the macro is, so I guess double forward it is. I'm terrified. Yeah, I honestly forget what the macro is. It's been too long. Alright, one sec. I'll be right back. I'm gonna run to the bathroom really quickly and stretch my legs a little bit. I sit in like super uncomfortable positions when I play Street Fighter. You are rather pretty. Thank you. Okay, I'll be right back. 1 second, guys. Need stretchies.
I shall crush your spirit.
Alright. Gosh darn it, like a year ago I would do one of these things and just get through it like instantly without any issues, and now it's actually taking me time and effort. How dare I stop playing video games? Well, fighting games, I guess. Any game that's competitive like League or Overwatch will make you pissed over time. That implies if you lose all the time. If not, it's fun as fuck. Yeah, provided I win all the time. Well, I was gonna turn off the chair stream, but maybe I should leave it on. What's that, big nanas? Wait. If we turn, wait, here. Are you coming over here, cat? You gonna piss me off? And you gonna come and sit on the stick?
Your nightmare will be never ending. Now,
Their streak ended. But kitty! I should make another video with this chair, but have the cat on the chair. Just curious why Bison? I don't know, he's cool. I haven't tried him before. Maybe I should try Akuma, to be honest. Maybe Akuma would be my vibe. Can I play with the cat on my lap? Eh. Apparently not very well. How much should I bench? I don't even know what a lot of 200? Is that a lot? Is that a little? I don't know. No, Xena. God damn it, this is hard. No, I blame you, Xena. This is not comfortable. Okay. Okay. No, Xena, stop it. Gosh darn it. I'll be back if I survive. Good luck. I believe in you. Xena, stop it. Bench your body weight +1. That way you can always pick yourself up and dust yourself off. I like that. I probably can't bench my own weight, to be honest. I don't think I've ever tried to bench something, though. No. I can kind of play with a cat on my lap. Kind of. Her head is being squished, but she doesn't seem to mind it. No, Xena, stop it. No, no drooling on the stick. Stop it. Put your head back down. No, stop. Oh, she's like resting her head on my arm and purring like mad. Brain. Brain. Arrogant fool. I'm gonna have to start playing off stream to practice things. Okay, Xena, you gotta go down. I love you, but I'm sorry. She's gonna jump back up any second now, I swear to heck. I'm gonna have trouble doing this on the other side, I just know it. I'm really bad at drive rushing and shit on the other side. Only wants me to do it on this side. I must do it consistently before I go to the next one. How many more are there? Oh, there's so many. I'll never even get to the advanced stuff. It's fine. It's fine. It's only day 1 of coming back to this crap. Hey, my favorite Korean barbecue spot in the city has apparently opened a second location. They're succeeding! That means we won't ever go away. We love that for us. Is there not a way to... I thought I... Okay, never mind. Come on. Light. Alright, let's go on to the next one. Fuck it. We've done this a few times. That's enough, right? Now we get to be confused again. Ooh. And sooner. Okay. Ugh, I have 4 hours until I go to dinner. That's so long. Let me watch this again, brain. Okay. There's something that like feels so unnatural about pressing buttons now for some weird reason. Brain. Okay.
Feel the wrath of the goddess!
I would have had that if you didn't do that. Thank you, Boo Boo. You type so fast? I do. Getting angry at people on League of Legends has taught me well. And World of Warcraft. Everything was my fault. I don't want to blame myself. That would be silly. I'm not gonna take responsibility for my own actions. Ew. Not in today's day and age. There's enough crap on the internet to blame. You threw me off my rhythm. That's why I'm also fucking up. I don't know about you getting mad at people on World of Warcraft. I've never seen you play World of Warcraft. That's a lie. You found my stream via me playing World of Warcraft. It's just been a hot tip. I did get really good at typing thanks to Overwatch, or sorry, League of Legends and WoW though. That was literally where my talent came from. Between pulls, just yelling at people that I'm the fucking tank. Please don't pull without me. Or telling them to wait in between aggro so I could pull aggro. I was an angry little gamer. I'm so much more wholesome now. I imagine I sounded like that quite frequently when I played WoW. Thankfully there was no voice comms being involved, so nobody had to hear my rage. Thank you for the biddies. This one feels easier than the last one. I say as I mess it up, typical. I'm gonna have to start another notebook for Street Fighter, aren't I? I mean, start with one of my old ones that I used before. Wait. Is this one of my Street Fighter notebooks? Yes, it was. This is the one I was using for Street Fighter 5. I wrote Guile? Ew. I don't think I liked Guile. We've got Luke crap. Marissa crap at random. Okay. Here we go.
I shall crush your spirit.
Bison. Guile, yes, Guile. Ew, Guile. I love how I literally just wrote Guile, ew. I don't think I wrote ew beside anyone else, but I apparently don't like Guile. No, nobody else isn't you, just Guile. Not even Blanca. Fuck Blanca. Hate Blanca. Guile is yucky. He is lucky. Good morning, Gus.
Your nightmare will be never ending.
Ooh. Sub-Zero would beat all these people's asses. Not if Mortal Kombat continues to suck as much as it does. The fuck was that? You don't have like a sonic boom or something? Did have a sonic boom. It's like the only really memorable sound. I assumed you were a real Street Fighter player. I never played Street Fighter EX. I'm sorry you were bad. Thank you. That makes me feel better. Damn it. Last night I do my wash. This morning my wallet is missing somewhere in the house. Okay, at least it's somewhere in the house. Jesus Christ, I thought you'd like lost it or something. Good morning, Josh. Upside down family. Relatable. I misplace things all the time. This is why I have sticky notes. I just have to write down so many things. I cleaned recently and I lost a bunch of things. Wait a minute. So it was with my keys on my bed when I went to sleep. I feel like putting things on your bed when you're going to sleep is a bad idea. Like, that's just a very efficient way to lose things. I flail around when I sleep, so nothing is going to remain on the bed. Gosh darn it. Why are the keys on the bed, right? You should have like a little bowl beside your bed for the things and the stuff. Not remembering to set them on the desk. That's why you gotta have sticky notes everywhere. Getting hungry, must resist. Oh my god, I gotta remember to sit fucking straight. I have such bad posture when I play fucking fighting games. My neck hurts. I have regular notes and I just eat sticky stuff on my desk instead. It sounds icky. Icky and sticky. Congratulations. That's still decent damage despite the fact that I'm on modern. I do smoky bowls, which is getting somewhat near, I suppose. What's a smoky bowl? Like weed? Well, that probably won't be very difficult to remember. Perhaps that's what's making you forget where you put your wallet, the weed. What you do is you don't smoke until you already know where your wallet is and it's put in a safe place. And then afterwards you weed. I become very forgetful when I smoke, so... Buttons. Faster? Faster.
Your time
They decriminalized it in Virginia. They should just do that shit all over the US. If alcohol is legal, then weed should be legal. Like, honestly, alcohol is so much worse for you. Obviously, weed is also bad for you in many ways, but alcohol is worse. Make it legal everywhere. If people want to ruin their bodies, let them ruin their bodies. They're adults by the time they can buy it, so... I should write these combos down so I remember them. Otherwise, I'll never remember things. I need more charge combos. I feel like the charge thing is really weird for me. I need more things that teach me how to use charge. What combos in like the beginner shit would I want to remember? I feel like I should just write down everything. Auto. Heavy into forward, heavy. I'm gonna do my fucking notebook keeping. Heck it. Maybe I'll play a little bit of this when I stop my stream just to practice stuff. Okay, that isn't exactly hard to remember. I'm assuming the next one is heavy. Alright. Spam the buttons. I can remember to spam the buttons. Oh, this is the charge one. From a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you for Terry and Mai? I'm pretty excited. I'd say like a 6, 7 for Terry and a 5 for Mai. I don't know. I feel like one of the things deterring me from the Mai thing is all of the weird hornies who are gonna come out when she comes out and just be, you know, creeps on the internet, but otherwise, I think she might be fun. I most thought that Terry's a really cool character, though. But, yeah, the hornies are going to be strange. Mai is a very boob-heavy character, to put it lightly. Physics heavy. Yeah, that's one way to put it. Ten for Terry because he was supposed to be in the very first Street Fighter but was changed. Really? Was he? Damn, I didn't know that. That's cool as fuck. A little tidbit of Street Fighter lore. Okay, I literally couldn't do this one. Or did I do this one? I guess I did do this one. I don't like the jumpies. You can see Terry in the intro video to Street Fighter 1. Oh, I didn't know that. I don't think I've ever watched the intro video to Street Fighter 1, to be fair. If I have, I obviously do not remember it. Which isn't that surprising. I remember nothing, but... There's the wallet. Great, it must have been me. But I checked here, but anyways. So it's in the last place you look. Always. Brain. After Street Fighter 1, some of the team members that work on it left to work on Fatal Fury, King of Fighters games. Damn. So now we're finally getting what we should have had long ago, essentially. Of course it is. Why would you keep looking after you find it? That's the point of the saying. It's a stupid saying, and I love it. It's honestly one of my favorite sayings because of how stupid it is. It's always in the last place you look. Are there changes in color on the character information about the timing of the move? Changes in color on the character information? What do you mean? You mean like the buttons? I should move my camera actually, since that's over the buttons, but then you can't see my inputs. I guess it doesn't really... I can move it. No, that's not
wow, thank you.
Move?
At a Northwind Guile, dat 9.1k damage combo makes Sakuma players cry. Wait, why do I want you to make me cry? Pause champ.
A lot of Bisons and Akumas online, of course, which is useful for my learning experience. Sometimes he flashes yellow? Oh, I have no fucking idea. Thank you for the biddies, Misatsu. When Guile, that 9.1k combo damage combo makes the Kuma players cry. Wait, why do I want you to make me cry? Dude, I'm not playing Guile. I tried Guile once very briefly. I find him kind of, I don't know, not my style. I literally, like, this is a notebook I used way back when for Street Fighter stuff, and beside Guile it says ew. It just says ew. So I don't think it's gonna be something I'm gonna play. I don't even remember writing ew, but I did. $19.87, sheesh. Which one's Terry? Is the first thing supposed to be Terry? The thing with the ugly hair? That's supposed to be Terry? With the Street Fighter jacket? Mullet is back? God, no. No mullets. For a very brief time, mullets were seemingly getting popularized in Europe, and I'm glad that's... I mean, I think it's still kind of, like, popularized, which is problematic in my opinion, because they're icky, but... I hate a mullet, dude. They do not look good. Yes, that's Terry. Oh, okay. Yeah, he doesn't look the same as he does now, but... How much dono to get Anna a mullet? Literally no amount of money is gonna get me to cut my hair into a mullet. Literally nothing. No amount of money. I don't want to do that to myself. Hair takes too long to grow. I'd have to go outside with that. I'd rather go bald. Exactly. I would literally rather be bald than have a mullet. You could pay me to go bald. You cannot pay me to go... Actually, no, I don't want to go bald either. But you can't pay me to get a mullet. Do a braid beard now? Like that? I don't think I'm gonna do that either. Or should I do my hair when it's long? Any other way, besides a mullet, or a mushroom cut, or a rat tail. Don't do any of those. Everything else is fine, but none of those. I could do a mullet wig. Mullet wig sounds like an option. I assume those exist. Let's check Amazon. Mullet wig. If we hit our next goal of 150 subs, maybe I'll buy a mullet wig. It's another 30-ish subs. I'll consider buying a mullet wig. What about space buns? Is that like the oh, the like Leia hair? I guess it's better than a mullet, which isn't saying much, but no amount of money you can be a billionaire for rocking a mullet for a year. Alright, maybe $1 billion. Fine, $1 billion. If Elon Musk comes into my stream and gives me $1 billion, I will cut my hair into a mullet. I don't know who else would be doing that really, but... Haircut stream? I mean, my sister does do hair cutting, so I could technically go to her place. I don't think she'd cut my hair into a mullet, though. I think she might hate me for that. Spent more than that on dumber things, so there's a chance. Exactly. That's the spirit. There is a chance. That half-shaved head thing was popular. I think it's still popular to some degree. I don't think I would do it. Kristen Stewart mullet looks aight. That's because she's famous and pretty. I mean, just because you can look good in a mullet doesn't mean you should have a mullet, though. It's still a bad look. You have to live forever, can't die, and with the mullet? Yeah, I mean, dying with the mullet would be a shame. At that point, again, I'd rather just have it shaved off. So for Elena, a 10, because she was on my list, and in case you don't know, she debuted in Street Fighter 3 New Generation. I did not know. I do like Elena, though. She has the Beasting song in Third Strike. Technically not saying beasting, but it sounds like beasting, so I like her. Buzz cut plus tats everywhere. Be like Jack from Mass Effect. Let me Google Jack from Mass Effect. It's me, Elon. How do you like $1 billion? Just send it to my PayPal. I will deal with it from there. I would still never, Misatsu. Mullets are just ugly. Like, even if you look good in a mullet, it's because you look good despite the mullet, not because of the mullet. And okay, Jack looks like a cyborg. I don't think I can pull off the cyborgy look either. And even if I could, again, not worth it. I feel like the nice long hair is fine. She wants the $1 billion in bits. As long as it stays in my account. Made it back alive. I'm so happy. You didn't die from the weightlifting? Forward heavy. Circle back light. Solid snake rocks a mullet. That's pixels! Mullets might look good if you have a strong jawline. Honestly, I do kind of have a strong jawline. I still don't think I would get a mullet though. Mullets don't even look good on a mob. Literally, again, if you look good in a mullet, it's because you look good despite the mullet, not because of the mullet. A mullet has never improved someone's appearance. They look good despite the mullet. It's not a plus side to have a mullet. Ever. I never got the business in front, party in the back. Who does business with a mullet? Rednecks? Maybe it'll happen tomorrow? Hopefully not. I mean, hopefully you do the bench pressing without anything bad happening. Don't give up on the idea so quick. Mull it over for a bit. What are all these puns? Jesus Christ. It's horrible. Do you ever do viewer matches? Honestly, I only just started playing this game after 9 months of not playing it, Big Nanas, but I will be doing viewer matches at some point once I've kind of just gotten used to pressing the buttons and whatnot. So give me like a couple of days at least to figure out and remember how to play fighting games, and then I will definitely do viewer matches. She's got the notes out. That means she's serious. I mean, I feel like it's kind of necessary. Like, I find it really hard to just kind of remember combos without writing things out, honestly. It's just easier to have, like, it's like with school. I always had an easier time remembering things when I would write things out. Like, I couldn't just remember without. So, domestic chaos? Is that an ad? Support 2 ain't gonna bitch. Beach. I always appreciate it. Ads are a pretty good way to support streamers. I know they're annoying as heck, but every little bit helps. Auto, medium, auto, medium. This is level 3, right? Gotta get my Akuma out of retirement? Oh lordy. I haven't actually played it. Like, I stopped playing when... Was it right before Akuma came out, I guess? I was crap when I was playing anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but... Ugh. You need to like dash forward and it doesn't have the like. Just dash forward. Oh, charges. I mean, I did say I needed more charge combos. Two. Getting charge is gonna take some fucking. You have to hold down back, right, for charge? Like, it can't just be back. It has to be down back and then into back if you want to do the Psycho Crusher. Fuck, this is gonna take me a hot take. Either back. Oh, you can just do back? Okay, so it doesn't have to be. Ah, okay. I definitely thought it was down back. Okay, thank you guys. That's good at least. Okay, it's a lot easier if I'm not trying to go down, back, into back. Bipson was too broken back in the day. I hear he's pretty solid now. I never thought I'd play Bipson. I used to hate playing against him in Street Fighter V. But heck it. Has to be straightforward for forward. It might be a bug. Some Bipson players have been complaining about it. What do you mean straightforward for forward? I'm usually strict about the forward. Okay. Noted. Bipson had the slowest walk. Who needs walk when you can just Psycho Crusher through everything? Trying to figure out the timing for charge. Fuck off, fish boy. Street Fighter Alpha 3, fuck him. Because if you lose to him, it's an automatic game over. As in your face loser game over, and he mocks you and destroys the city for failing to defeat him. Damn. 1800 MR. Yay! You're almost at 1900. Let's go. Look at you. This time next year, you're gonna be a legend player. Gonna be going to events and impressing everybody. Making them jealous and shit. Maybe you'll win some things. You're on your way to beat Danny, fam. In theory. Gotta start somewhere. Brain. Getting a set on Danny and Chris is my goal. Chris CCH, right? But being able to contest at least. I believe in you. Sooner or later, it's gotta happen, right? I gotta remember to stretch my fucking wrists. I feel like my hands and my wrists start to really hurt when I play Street Fighter. My right wrist especially. It gets stiff from pressing the buttons. It's hard not to plateau. Maybe it's time to buy some coaching lessons. Beat his ass. Hell yeah. Geet him. Make sure I remain honest with myself about my weakness in my play. Getting overconfident definitely won't help if it's not resulting in good things. Came back from kick, and man, are my forearms tired? From kick? Boxing? I can definitely feel it in my wrist. I feel like 3 to 4 hours will probably be my limit with playing fighting games on stream, just so I don't get fucking horrible carpal tunnel or something. Personally, I want to avoid such things. Streaming service? I kid. Oh, okay. Speaking of kickboxing, I should look into a heavy bag. I was gonna say, at first I thought, like, Kick the streaming platform, but I feel like anyone who watches my stream, like, it's just... I feel like the Kick community is a little... yikesy. It hurts at first, but you adjust to it. That can't be a good thing, though, no? Like, I feel like you should just not... If it starts to hurt, that's bad news. No? I want to listen to this timing. Kick is just where all of the, like, right-wing conservative idiots who think, you know, abortion is bad and women shouldn't play video games and all that kind of people exist. So it's just, it's not really... I feel like if you're in my community, you just don't really fit in with that community. And if you do fit in with that community, you don't fit in my community. I mean, there's not only bad people on Kick, but there does tend to be a certain demographic that gravitates towards there because it doesn't fit in here. And I feel like my community should not mesh with that community, and I don't ever want it to. Your hand starts to hurt, then you're either on for too long or you've put your hands in a bad position and are harming them, so definitely rest them, bad boys, and stretch. Yeah, I have, like, when I stretch like this, like, keep my arms straight and just kind of push on my wrist, it helps, I think, but it's also good to take breaks. Make money on kick, BRB getting ordained? I mean, you do you. Alright, Hackett. I'm gonna end here because my wrist is starting to hurt. I feel like 4 hours-ish. I mean, technically, like 3.5 hours of playing this is about a good amount of time to stop at. If my wrist is starting to hurt, it might be time to take a little bit of a break. I need to eat something before I go for Korean barbecue dinner later. It's like that weird early part of Twitch that they've made the mature decision to dismiss, except it's allowed and sometimes encouraged. Yeah, exactly. That's what Kick is. It's just, it really is like old-fashioned Twitch when people were assholes. But alright, I'll be back tomorrow. Longer stream tomorrow. I'll probably do Elden Ring. I might do a little more Street Fighter. I do want to be consistent so I don't forget how to play once once you start playing, kind of have to keep it up, otherwise it all just goes away, the whole muscle memory shebang. So, may give a donation? I won't say no. I'm gonna send it over to Patricia as well since she's streaming Street Fighter at the moment. But I will wait a second. Justin TV, exactly, yeah, it was like the Justin TV days. And the cat has come back to say hello. Hi, kitty.
I shall crush your spirit.
No.
Thank you so much. Best friend.
Thank you, Josh, for the $10 tip.
1978 Josh for chat tipped $10.
Thank you. We'll have a little confetti moment. Thank you very much, Josh. I appreciate it. I hope you guys all have a good day or night, depending on where you're from, or morning. I don't know what time it is in some places, but, you know, there are many a time zone. All right, let's go over to Patricia. Say hi. She is playing Akuma. As Akuma Matata, so I'm assuming she's playing Akuma. That or she's playing Mantle. I think she's playing Akuma. Go say hi. Go spam some emotes or something. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully the muscle memory comes back to me soon. Alright. See you guys. Bye. Thank you guys for the support, the follows, and the bits, and the general spending time. I really appreciate it. Bye.